Go. You ready, Jack? A live imaging
Come on.
Tuesday is
Come
ready.
on.
3:20 in the Southland. Can you feel me, Cappy? Feel it.
Bing, ba-da-bop. Ding, da-da-boom, ba-da-bop, bick-a-ding, da-da-bop.
Sedano Kap is on.
Bing, ba-da-bop.
Your Tuesday afternoon combo play day. So all you Mason and Ireland listeners that are like, oh no, not them, and are rapidly going to Twitter to say something, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. We're here to stay. Not at 3 o'clock, but in general. No Sedano. Sedano is en route, apparently.
Sedano bailed on us.
So, producer Lindsay, what happened?
Well, I think what happened was,
What
and we can ask
happened?
George once he gets here, but we were doing our little show prep call, which was a little bit later than normal because this NBA breaking news with the Bucks firing their coach, and he happened to be on the phone with Ramona talking about some other story when that happened. So I'm assuming he just kind of got all, super involved in the
Verklempt?
NBA news. Yes, he got verklempt
Really?
with all the NBA news and then lost track of time. And then he goes, well, we only have an hour and a half show today, right? And I was like, no. No, he thought it was 4 to 6 because he thought the Clippers game was at 7:30.
Okay, but what about the combo play? What about the 3 to 4?
He goes, oh, crap, today's a He didn't say crap. He said, oh, bleep, today's a combo play day. Oh, man, I got to go.
So wait, so what are you attributing Sedano not being here to? Are you saying it was because the NBA news was coming fast and furious and he got all caught up in
Yes.
NBA drama and gossip?
Yes.
Or are you saying that he legitimately did not know
Both.
the tip of tonight's game?
Both. Well, let's ask him. He just walked in. Here
Okay,
he is,
all
guys.
right, here
George.
he is. All right, let him speak for
There we
himself.
go.
He's a big boy. He knows what he said.
The one and only George
This is such
Sedano.
bleepery. He knows what he said.
At 3:21 in the afternoon.
He's a big boy.
Just slightly behind on
He
his
knows what
show
he
start.
said.
You guys
It's
were
okay.
worried that he'd be in like a rough mood. And I was like, no, he was actually very funny about it.
No, I
There it
actually
comes.
did say when Lindsay told me, I was like, oh, well, he's going to be in a great mood today.
And I said, no, he'll be funny. He was funny
Meaning
about
you
it.
would be annoyed that you're late.
Oh, I am annoyed that I'm late. I literally asked her, I said, I can't hear you right now because I don't have my headphones on, but
He doesn't have his cans, man.
I said
Shane talking.
I said to Lindsay, I said, all right, I got to get going here because since we started the show at 4, she goes, no, today's 3. I'm like, what? And I'm like, I had her on speaker. I'm like, I'm gonna keep talking to you while I'm getting dressed. I was like
time was this at?
I was in my chones.
What time are we talking about here?
I had just gotten out of the shower.
It
It was like
2.
2 o'clock,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Which normally we talk at 1, but he was running behind because of all the NBA news.
I had my
so-
therapy today.
Yes.
What kind of therapy?
My regular therapy session
talking
that I hadn't had in months.
Not physical therapy.
No, like actual.
Like mental therapy.
Mental therapy.
Okay, gotcha. Well, when you said therapy, I didn't know what kind of therapy we're talking about.
Yeah. But I also am a little late because, I may be drawing up a contract for a new pickleball partner.
Yeah, we heard teasing.
Pickleball madness.
Yeah, what happened?
Now,
there?
real quick, Pickleball
mean-
Madness Tournament sign-ups have started today at ESPNLA.com. It's $100 for the team of 2 to get in. You could win $200, so you basically get your money back plus a C-note. But here's the thing. This is for you to play as a team. We are still thinking about and auctioning these spots with the host. But now Sedano has given a wrinkle.
Yeah.
Because what the plan is you guys play with listeners that have auctioned for the spot in the big tournament. Then once everybody's knocked out, which will happen pretty quickly, then we'll do the ESPN LA, content team battle
Okay.
where you and Sedano will reunite and then go up against other teams.
Doesn't sound like we're
But
reuniting.
it doesn't sound like it.
No, it
I
doesn't
mean,
sound it.
I don't know if you saw what Beto was putting out there, but Mike Trudell was impressive out there today.
Well, I saw you on a video where you said that Trudell had just smoked. Those were your words.
He and I played together, and he.
Oh, you played pickleball today?
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
We smoked, but he mostly smoked. Like, he was all over the place.
But you said he beat down Beto and DeMarco.
And DeMarco, yeah.
Okay,
We
now-
played 2-on-2 and doubles, and he was impressive
Okay,
out
now,
there.
just to
He had never played.
okay, but he's an athlete. He's a former soccer player.
And an excellent ping pong player.
Okay, so all of
That
these
tracks,
things can come
actually. I
into
could
play.
see that. I could see that.
He grew up in Minnesota in the
I could
winter,
see
you
him
know?
replacing Forrest Gump in that scene with the pickleball or with the ping pong.
Okay, but let's go back for a second here.
Yeah.
You know I love DeMarco. You know I have a love
Yeah.
affair with DeMarco.
Yeah.
But I also told you last year going into the pickleball
You
tournament-
thought he wouldn't be that good.
He
DeMarco's
would-
gotten better, though.
Okay, so good for DeMarco. So
Yeah.
that's good. Now Beto's got some athleticism to him, but he's not a pickleball guy. He doesn't play regularly. So with some athleticism that Trudell has,
Yeah.
he went out there and, as George said, he smoked these two guys. And you kind of gave him all the credit. You said it was him, not you.
I mean, I played fine, but he was excellent.
Okay, so what is it you would like to do then?
I don't know. We're going to bring on Trudell at 3:45.
Okay.
I just got a text from Trudell the other night when him and Sedano were together on the sidelines.
Yeah.
And he just said, hey, we still need to have that lunch. I said, absolutely. Got a lot to talk about. Question mark? Mm-hmm. He said, yep. More economically friendly than Cappy and more talented.
Okay. At pickleball or on radio?
I don't believe he said anything.
Now it might be for pickleball, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, maybe so. Here's what I would like to say.
Oh, Ramona's just texting me.
Sedano and Trudell.
I know she's not texting me.
She says, I'm. Yeah, you weren't on the group chat that day. I might be available for pickleball, she said.
Oh, this is
Well,
this.
what good is that going to do anybody?
What does that mean?
She can't play pickleball.
She's a former athlete.
It doesn't matter. She's a softball player. She cannot play
I mean,
pickleball.
she hit the crap out of the ball and did a lot of nice things in the outfield the last time we played.
As a softball player.
Why do you sound
yes.
off mic today?
I don't know. I mean, I'm using the mic. I mean,
Get right on that. Like Sedano and I sound
I'm
full.
right here. I'm right on top of this thing. You know.
You sound a little airy.
Call
I
Ramona
agree
right
with you.
now.
I
Let's
agree
call
with
Ramona.
you.
Call Ramona right
Plus,
now.
we got to ask her about. She explained to Tommy and I
Oak nut.
about the
Milk.
milk nutting.
She milked the nut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What nut did she milk?
Oat, I believe.
It was
She'll
an oat?
give you the whole
I thought
breakdown.
it was almond, no?
It was almond?
It was an almond that
It
she
was,
milked?
was almond?
Yeah, she's texting right now. I got the bubbles.
Okay.
But we're going to call her real
Okay.
quick.
All right.
Have never played pickleball.
Right. She's no good.
It's, Trudell picked it up very quickly.
Yeah, but Trudell's a soccer guy, not a softball girl.
And a ping pong guy.
And a ping pong dude,
Maybe Ramona's good at ping pong.
perhaps.
I could see that. That tracks.
Do you know do you know the story about Trudell and Kobe Bryant playing ping pong?
I do not.
I'm going to let him tell the story.
Okay.
It's a great story.
I do not know.
You
it.
don't seem like you'd be a good pickleball player because you're going to try to kill it. Or not pickleball, but ping pong.
Ping pong?
Ping pong is about grace.
Well, I've
It's
not
about
played.
letting it come to you.
I don't really
and then
know the
You got to
game.
know when to just lightly tap and when to hit.
And Cappy, to your, because you gave me so much grief for hitting the ball when I shouldn't last year.
Yeah.
We literally counted the volleys.
Smart. You got to know the rules.
Yeah, serve.
Yep.
1 volley, 2 volley, then you're good.
Okay, I have a question. Are you, Christopher, are you a good ping pong player?
I was years ago.
Okay, and but you think you could just pick it right back up?
No,
problem? No.
no.
All right, Ramona's on the phone.
Okay, hold on a second. Here, let me talk to Ramona.
Ramona.
What's going on?
Hi, Momo.
Hi, Momo.
Hey.
Cappy's
What's
still.
up, Scott? Are you still feeling sad?
Yeah,
Are
he's still
you
sad.
Feeling
I
a
mean,
little left out?
Momo, should I maybe text you my contact information or something? I mean, I don't know, maybe, right?
It was just a big old group text, and I deliberately forgot Sliwa. I deliberately did that. I was like, no, not with his green bubbles.
Right.
And with you, I just forgot. I'm
Well,
really
I mean, but
sorry.
think about that. I mean, no, it's
I
okay.
feel
You don't have to
bad.
apologize, but think about it. You're like Travis and Sliwa. Sliwa, I'm leaving off. Mason and
I know.
Ireland, both of those guys. Don't you think it's like a natural thing to just go Sedano and Cap?
It is. It is a natural thing, and I have no other explanation for it except. I'm sorry. I feel bad about it.
No, you don't feel
You don't
bad.
feel
Momo.
bad
You
about
don't
it.
feel
If you
bad.
felt bad about it, you would have hit me up off air, mano y mano, and been like, "Hey, man."
You know what, Ramona, what he's doing? He's giving you the Jewish guilt.
That's right, I am.
He really is. I know. I know
That's
it
right.
well.
That's right. You need it, girl.
Because I'm like Jubano,
You
I'm
are.
like part of the clan. You
Right.
know?
So, Momo, before we get to pickleball, I have told the guys that you want to come in and milk almond nuts right here in studio.
I'm gonna show you how to do it. I just finished my second batch of almond milk, and I got better than the first. I didn't even need to put the date in it to make it sweet. It's just good the way it is.
I have a quick
And I've been
question, though.
drinking it-
But you described to me when we ran into each other at the game last week how the process goes. Because Cappy's been asking a lot how you do it.
Right. How do you milk a
Here's
nut?
what you do. All right. So the almonds are naturally rich in milk. To soak them overnight. So you got to soak. Okay, Daniel's listening to me.
He's learning. He's learning, this kid.
You got to soak the nuts overnight so that they swell up. Okay.
That's the laugh you give,
Yeah,
Cappy?
because I'm thinking about the overnight swelling of the nut. Go ahead.
The overnight swelling of the nuts. And they really.
We're 12 years old today, by the way.
I know. I mean, this is a bet. This is a bit best done in person, where Morales cannot keep it together the whole time. But basically, then you take all that water out, you drain it. But the nuts are perfectly swollen.
Does Nevin know about all of this, by the way?
Just
Oh, yeah,
never
so do
know.
I. So then you put the nuts in the blender, and you add about 2 cups of water to it, and you blend it, and it comes out as sort of this as milk, and all you have to do now is use like a cheesecloth. I actually bought a nut milk bag.
Everybody really should have one of those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A nut milk sack,
A
even.
nut milk sack is
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
what you need.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a name for it. I just can't think of what the word is. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. A nut milk
Not a nut
bag.
milk
Oh,
bag.
A sack, a sack.
A sack.
Pour-
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You pour it through the sack, right? You pour the nut milk through the sack, and it strains out all of the almond, the leftover nuts. It's like a paste, and then it's just pure almond milk. It's just delicious, and it tastes better than anything you could ever buy in the store because they don't add anything to it. Now, there's recipes where you can make it strawberry almond milk or chocolate almond milk, but you don't even need to do it. You just drink the straight milk, and then what you do with the leftover ground up nuts is really up to you.
It's up to you, Cap. It's up to you, Cap, at that point.
Whatever you.
What might I do
Yeah.
with those nuts?
Yeah. Whatever floats your boat, basically.
But
at that
I don't
point.
know. I don't understand one thing though. Is this
Shocking
because-
that you don't understand
Well,
something.
but what my question is, why are you doing this?
Okay, so I am on my 30 wellness challenge with all the girls that I did my little Eat, Pray, Love retreat with to Costa Rica. So we're having no processed foods for 30 days.
Wow.
Having no milk and no bread. And when you have no processed food, that means if you want to have, so we're not having any dairy. So if you want to have anything in your coffee, if you want to have anything that tastes anything resembling dairy, you kind of have to make it yourself.
Right.
You can't go to the store and buy a package of almond milk because it has all this, emulsifiers and preservatives and blah, 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 blah. So you make the almond milk. It lasts 4 or 5 days in the fridge, and then you make another new batch of it.
Okay.
Pretty
All right.
good. Yeah, pretty good.
And I'm curious. I mean, have you noticed any differences since you've gone off bread and gone off the processed food?
Amazing.
Tell me.
Amazing. I lost 8 pounds in 2 weeks.
Hey,
okay.
Congratulations.
And
All right.
That's a really good one. And I feel clear-headed. Like I don't have the brain fog.
Right.
And all the inflammation that you have just walking around all day long, everything's better. You just feel way clearer, I guess is the right way to
So
put
are
it.
you going to continue on past your 30 days with
Yeah,
you and the
I think
Yentas
so.
or no?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I'm going to be making nut milk as long as I'm around.
Okay.
Are you going to pass that recipe on to the Lakers so they can be clearer on defense?
And get rid of their inflammation.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to talk about nut milk and defense and all that.
I mean, so you're saying even the nut milk won't help them defensively, is what you're saying?
No, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so listen, let me give you the pickleball rundown on me.
Go ahead.
I've never played before. I have kind of played tennis, but I don't think I'm going to be particularly good. But I am in way better shape than I was at the softball game.
Okay. And I also hear a child in the background, so this is our cue.
Can you say hi? No. Okay.
This is
There
our
is no.
cue. Hold on. Steve Mason is texting in.
Okay, what's he saying?
Says she's the female Tom Brady.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because of all the stuff, the
Right.
diet, the
Right.
new diet.
Are you
Wow.
having avocado ice cream?
Yeah.
That sounds good. Actually, I should learn how to do that.
You should.
Yeah, that's it. Make that yourself too.
Here's what you do. You take the nut milk, right? And then you throw in some avocados into the
And
blender.
then wear the kale pajamas he wore.
And then freeze it.
Oh, my God,
Freeze it.
yeah.
And now you got avocado almond nut milk ice cream
There you go.
in a nice
You know what
sack.
I might do? I'm thinking about taking the paste, the chopped up nuts after you pour it through the nut milk bag. You pour it through the sack, right? Thinking about taking all that paste and drying it, and then turning it into almond flour and making something that resembles a cookie.
Oh.
Oh, there you have it.
I don't know.
Mason put me on
What do
that
you
text. We got into a big fight today. No joke.
Oh, yeah?
We're screaming at each other.
All right, we'll get to that after the break.
like that was a lot of
Momo,
people today.
have a great night. I'm guessing you're not going to the game tonight?
Yeah, I am. I'm about to leave.
Okay.
I'm dropping the kids off at my mom's house.
All right, we'll see you there in a little bit then.
All right, sounds good.
All right, bye.
Oh,
You're
my
literally
God.
a child.
Oh my God.
I have to tell you things.
Right, how do
over
you
and
milk
over.
a nut?
So after Momo's done with her dietary change,
Yeah.
if she wants to indulge, we're going to make sure she indulges with some award-winning artisanal small batch premium sippy tequila, founded by a couple of guys just like you, not you, Cappy, but one from Jalisco, Mexico, the other one born and raised in Downey, with a vision to create a sippy tequila made for sharing with friends and loved ones. You've seen us talk about it, you've seen us post about it, you've posted about it too. Those beautiful hand-painted round ceramic bottles. A conversation starter indeed, but nothing like the nectar of the gods inside. Have you tried Tequila Mandala yet? They're Blanco, the Reposado, the Añejo, the Extra Añejo. Well, what are you waiting for? Elevate your tequila game today. Make sure Tequila Mandala is with you at the next occasion, whether it's the holiday party, the anniversary, the birthday, the carne asada. So celebrate with Tequila Mandala today. Follow their journey on their social channels at Tequila Mandala. We got this beautiful sign in the studio now with them. Available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit their website, tequilamandala.com, to find a store or restaurant nearest you. Tequila Mandala. Demand the extraordinary.
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app. And bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
Yes, indeed, Cappy. Knock 3 times. What are you doing down there? Sedano and Kap on a live imaging Tuesday. On this day in 1971, the #1 hit, Tony Orlando and Dawn.
Oh, yeah. Get up and do it. Shake that thing.
Knock 3 times, would you please?
Yeah, let's get to it.
This song was about making whoopee, right? I think so.
Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
Tonight at East Central, Cappy, just knock 3 times on the ceiling.
I don't know, the ceiling, or should I knock on the wall?
I'll come no matter which way.
Right
I'll
on.
come right over.
Oh, geez. Needs to meet me in the hall.
Who knows what's going to happen tonight at the East Central?
By the way, we're going to be hanging out tonight with our friends from Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right at Tequila Mandala. So we're going to be feeling good. By the time we get to the East Central, it's going to be feeling nice.
All right. What's today, Tuesday?
Well, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, it's live.
Although,
imaging
as you
Tuesday.
know, sometimes I sometimes I pop in other days, and Sedano doesn't really like that. That's why I gave you the heads up that I will be in here tomorrow for the show.
Oh, you will?
Yeah. Well, you were on the email.
Live imaging Wednesday.
No, it's just a pop-in.
Lou.
Oh.
It's a pop-in. It's like a pop-up store.
By the way, the great Mike Trudell, possible Cappy replacement one day, is coming up in about 7 minutes.
In pickleball, Cappy.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's all right. I feel like if you want to make a trade to get Trudell to be your pickleball partner, I'm going to then say I'm going to go to the outside.
Oh, you're going to go to the outside.
I'm going to go on to the outside to find my new partner.
Rachel?
No, not Rachel.
He's going to show up with like a pickleball pro. You could see Cappy doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Going around his hood, the rich hood of Cardiff by the Sea and all those places down there, and you're going to find somebody.
I'm going to find the guy.
You are. And you're going to show up, and this guy's going to have like, eye black. He's going to be all taped up. He's like a pro. No, I've never played before, and he's just smoking it.
Yeah, no, in fact.
But if it's got to be someone related to the station, if you're going to play in the station bracket.
Right.
Well, how's Trudell related to the station?
What are you talking about?
He was a host here.
No, hold on. Was.
He's still part of the Lakers broadcast.
That doesn't have anything to do with
He's
this
also
station.
on my short list to have a show one day.
No, but he's on.
Maybe
he
this
does
one.
radio stuff too.
Well, no, not anymore.
On rarest of occasions.
He does. He fills in.
He's
filled in this year and last year.
I don't know
Who
about
are
this
you
year.
to try to justify who and who can't play?
Yes,
Who are
you should
you?
be. You
Who
should
are
be.
you?
You
Oh,
should
and
be.
who are you, by the
You
way?
should be
And
thankful.
who are you?
You should be thankful your key card still works, sucker.
Oh, it didn't work today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And my key to the
Well, we were
garage
testing out the system
didn't
to see
work
if
today.
what happens when
Yeah.
we pull the plug.
Yeah.
Real quick though, Cappy.
Yes, sir.
Before we get to Trudell in a
Talk
couple
to me.
minutes,
Tell me.
this story. This story, like, I know it's not an LA story, but it's a monster story
Which
that the
story?
Milwaukee Bucks just fired their coach. They're 30-13.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the guy is 17 games above 500 at the halfway point of the season and got fired. Like, that doesn't happen very often in any walk of life, particularly in sports.
And why do you suppose that happened then? I mean, I can tell you my theory.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, listen, in today's NBA, and it's been like this for probably the last, I would call it 20 years, but there's more now than ever before. Who's in control?
Giannis.
Right, the players.
Here's the thing about Giannis that I don't think enough people know. Because people see the jokes, the dad jokes, and all the stuff he does in the media or whatever. Giannis, and I say this with the utmost respect, like I'm tipping my cap to him.
Okay.
Giannis is a killer, yo. Like, Giannis is going out there and it's all straight business. Like, hey, man, I know that I signed off on you being the guy, but yeah, you got to go now. And Mike Budenholzer, I know we won a championship together before that. Sorry, bro. Time to go, bro.
Yeah, but the question, though, I would have, because I'm not following the Milwaukee Bucks every day, and I'm not like intimately interested in the Milwaukee Bucks, although to your point, when you're 30-13 and your coach gets
and you
fired,
have one of the best players on the planet.
right, and a couple, really. And you wonder to yourself, why would they do this? The questions that I would have would be this. What did this guy do to upset Giannis, to make Giannis walk upstairs to the owner and say this, time to fire the coach? And the owner looks at him and goes, Giannis, dude, we're 30-13. Like, things are going really well. We're really a good team, and he is the head coach of the team. And Giannis looks at the owner and goes, okay, I guess I can't play tonight. I guess I won't be able to play the next couple of days. You know, my knee hurts really, really bad. Probably going to miss the rest of the season. At least if he's the coach, I'm going to miss the rest of the season. I mean, you're literally drawing a line in the sand, and you're saying, if he's the coach, I don't play. Otherwise, who can justify the firing of a coach with this kind of a record? So what did he do?
Their defense was terrible.
Right, but they're still winning.
No, I know, but there's a difference between winning it. When you've won a championship, you know what it takes to win a championship. And they're looking at Adrian Griffin and they're like, he's in over his head. It's his first coaching job, which was no favors to him, right? It's very similar to what happened to Lindsey's Cavs with David Blatt. Now, a little different because they hired Blatt before LeBron decided to come back to Cleveland.
Cleveland, this is for you.
They thought he was he was gonna do this, have this young team with Kyrie being the best player, and then the LeBron thing threw a wrench and all that, and then Blatt was out. And then the difference there is that Ty Lue was already on the staff. Like, they're going to hire a brand new coach, which means there's a new learning curve halfway through the season, like new verbiage, new all sorts of stuff. Like, this is not an easy fix, even if they do hire the best available coach, which might be Doc Rivers or whoever, our current colleague here at ESPN. It's just a wild scenario.
I just think they need to hire a babysitter. So they need to put somebody in a uniform and say, he's the coach. He talks to the refs. He kind of acts like he's talking to the team at breaks. But really, this guy right here, the tall guy, the Greek guy, he's really the coach. He now makes the decisions. Verbiage?
Yeah.
What do you mean change the verbiage? Do what I tell you guys to do. I mean, it just seems so obvious to me that this is about one player who's a monster superstar, who's a multi-gazillionaire, who walks into the owner and goes, I don't want to play for this guy.
Perhaps, and I don't dismiss that. Normally I dismiss you. I'm a big dismisser
Don't
of you.
dismiss.
But I'm not dismissing today.
Don't be dismissive.
Don't dismiss Trudell's talent. He's going to join us next.
More talented than you, Cappy.
But first, do we have something? Do I have something?
I'm guessing.
Tell
Oh,
us
you
about
have Subaru.
I love how everybody looks at me. Like, you're the one who's got Subaru. Do it.
Well, it's right in front of you on a computer screen.
Well, I mean, I'm in the middle of a very important dismissive conversation
Well, you're
about
going
a
to pass
coach who
the buck.
got fired.
How about take some accountability?
Okay, I will take some accountability. DeAndre, I need you to tell me when Subaru is.
I got you.
Thank you, brother. Subaru. Let me tell you guys about Subaru right now, and I've been talking about this a lot lately. There are a lot of reasons, plenty of reasons, to love Subarus, because if you're a Subaru driver, you love the outdoors, camping, surfing, skiing, taking the kids everywhere, packing your friends into the vehicle. But now, the brand new Subaru Solterra. It is the first electric-powered SUV that's a Subaru, and that means it's built for adventure. So if you're thinking, hey, you know what? This is a luxury vehicle, but on the other hand, I want to take this thing off-road. 3 inches of ground clearance for rough terrain. 3 inches. You hear me, sucker? 3 inches if you want that clearance for rough terrain. And if you're going up into the mountains and you're going to take it into snow, you want that symmetrical all-wheel drive so you can go off-road or into the snow or into the conditions with confidence. All the latest and greatest in technology, the Starlink multimedia, Apple CarPlay, Wi-Fi, everything you want and expect in a brand new Subaru. And now that brand new Subaru SUV is electric. Love. It's what makes Subaru a Subaru, and that love is electric.
Hey, John. Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app and bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play. Hey, John Ireland here, and I'm at my local Ralph's in front of the BBGO display, and here's why. The Lakers and Ralph's are doing a sweepstakes, and you could win courtside seats to a Laker game. The question I get more than anything else is, how do I get in those courtside seats? This is how. You come to a local Ralph's, you spend at least $10 on BBGO. Then you take your receipt and you send it to this web address, lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. That's lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. It's the contest runs from now through February 6th. So all you gotta do is go to Ralph's, get some BBGO, and send in that receipt. Well, as long as I'm here. You can never have enough BBGO.
BBGO, the official game day snack of the Los Angeles Lakers.
"12 minutes in front of 4 o'clock on Sedano Kap. A live imaging Tuesday is on. On this day in 2016, the #1 hit, Justin Bieber, the Biebs, Sorry. It's also Measure Your Feet Day. What's that? What are you so funny?
Sorry.
Well, how do you want me to say it?
Well, I mean, you could say sorry. You could say sorry, but sorry.
I'm trying to give it a little pizzazz.
I like the
You know, when you're on the
pizzazz.
radio, you want to do pizzazz. This ain't San Diego.
Oh, really? Oh, God.
Whoa.
Violence. I feel like I'm taking the brunt of the pain today
I
for what
agree.
happened earlier here today.
Yeah,
Which I
agree.
don't know what happened, to be honest with you.
I don't either.
Did we talk about it's Measure Your Feet Day?
Have you been measuring
No.
your feet recently?
No.
I haven't. Speaking of measuring feet, is Mike Trudell there?
Mike Trudell is here. Yes.
Wow. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Hi, Michael.
Yes. Hello, Michael.
Trudell, isn't it true that you texted me, was that Friday evening when you and Sham were together on the sidelines, and you said, we need to still do that lunch? And I said, absolutely. Do you have anything you'd like to discuss? And you said, more talented than Cappy and more economically friendly.
Well, so here's the thing, Morales. First of all, I don't like having to reach out to you again because I think that's like the second time that I've had to reach out. It feels a little bit like, chasing somebody in 8th grade or something. So I don't appreciate that. But since I like you this much, we're going to give it a pass. I was going to go real soft on Cappy. I felt like you're trying to, I can see what you're doing, okay? I can see what you're doing. You're trying to create some tension in the show.
Right.
And then
Pizzazz.
Cappy, and then I turn on my radio as I'm heading downtown, and I hear Cappy essentially just take a big dump on my entire history at 710, outraged that I would even be in the discussion. Sedano, did he fall out of his seat when was he that angry that he fell out of his seat when you suggested any connection with me in the station?
I mean, he was a little apoplectic about it, I would say.
I was not apoplectic
Yeah.
about anything, all right? I don't even know what being
Yeah,
apoplectic is, all right? All right?
So I'm kind of I'm reconsidering my position before, which was just sort of going to kind of play along. Now I might want to challenge Cappy to a pickleball match, even though I've only played a couple games in my life. But maybe that's going too far, guys. I don't know.
All right, well, hold on a second, all right? In my defense, all right? Let's start off with this. Do you currently work for ESPN 710?
Oh, God.
Well, sometimes when Michael Thompson or John Ireland are unable to do a game, then I pop over. Now, I'm not currently employed. Again, I don't have a Disney pass, so if that answers the question that way. But I do, in an adjacent way, sometimes still work for the worldwide leader in that context.
Okay, when was the last time you did one of the radio broadcasts for 710 for the Lakers?
That would be last spring.
Okay, so listen to me. Don't get so offended, all right? All I was trying to say to you was that George made it seem like, hey, he's completely eligible to play in this tournament, and I can trade you, Kaplan.
He's an emeritus, if anything.
He says, I can trade you.
Do you know what an emeritus is?
I don't know, and I don't care what an emeritus
All right.
is. It a
he
good
is
thing?
always part of this family.
Okay,
It is true.
Okay, all I'm saying to you, Michael, is this, that the way George has dismissed me, all right, even though he said he wasn't going to be dismissive, the way he immediately just trades me.
I didn't immediately trade you. I haven't made the decision
Just
yet.
throws me away after all you did, frankly, was beat up on Beto, who's terrible, and the baby whale, who's even worse. Okay.
Oh, the baby whale was there, too?
Yeah, DeMarco, yeah.
Look, I will say this. It sounds like you have issues with George, but you made those issues with me when you went in the direction that you went. Thankfully, Morales put you in your place rather quickly by telling you not to worry about it.
Did you see this vert? Look at this vert Trudell got in the
tell you
Carlos
something.
Isu from the social media team showed me immediately.
Look at that vert.
Let me tell you something about what I saw. Now I'm going to come over and I'm going to compliment you.
He's jumping over the net if he could.
All
got
right,
hops.
Now I'm going to compliment Trudell. You know how they have the logo on the NBA and everybody says Jerry West the logo? That right there, you're jumping in the air like that. That should be the logo for our pickleball
I believe
tournament.
you can see it at ESPN Los Angeles. Is that correct? Do
That
we
was
have it up?
very impressive, Michael. Very impressive. And by the way, the way you make it seem like I crapped all over it, bro, I said, look, he's a soccer player. And George said he's a ping pong player. So when you combine the skills of a lateral moving soccer guy with the hand-eye coordination of a ping pong guy, you got a decent pickleball player.
Right. And by the way, not just a ping pong player, but one who forced Kobe Bryant to buy a ping pong table. Michael, tell him that story very quickly.
Okay. Well, I've told the story. I'll do the 10-second version. Okay. I played Kobe twice at Thanksgiving in the ballroom of a Detroit hotel. He was kind enough to provide a Thanksgiving meal for the entire traveling party. I was beating a different Lakers player, and Kobe was on the sideline talking trash to the player. Basically, dude, really, you're going to lose to the sideline reporter? Like, you're a bum. And so I said, Kobe, would you like to get some of this? Assuming that he would come on and be great because he's great at everything. So we hadn't played a ton of ping pong. I was able to take him down a couple of times, and then he did tell his security guy, we need to order a ping pong table ASAP because I'm not trying to lose anymore. So that did happen. I mean, the correlation with pickleball, which I've now determined by playing twice, is yes, the ping pong helps, but it's really just if you're athletic, you can be good at pickleball pretty quickly. I think that's part of the reason why it's caught on. So
I mean, Mamba mentality
it's
was basically started because Trudell beat Kobe Bryant.
Now, was there ever a rematch
in ping pong?
Did he ever come for you? Like he got his ping pong table, he practiced. Did he ever come for you?
No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. And I am sure that the odds would have been heavily in his favor. That's the 6'6" and the hand-eye and all that. I got him, I think, due to a lack of experience at first.
So were you good today, or was DeMarco and Beto just as bad as they normally are?
So this is coming from somebody that hasn't seen a lot of pickleball. But what I saw today, Sedano was the best of the three, of DeMarco and of Beto and himself.
Who can hear me when I press this one?
Who is now seen more.
Can you hear me?
Probably had the best day, but I still have some room to grow. Again, I'm just starting to experiment with a slice, little one-hand backhand, different ways of serving. So I'm getting there, Cappy, but we're still a little bit raw.
All right, I got you. All right. Let's bury the hatchet today. I don't need more problems with more people. I don't need to add you to the list of people who I've already pissed off. I mean, that list that Radio Michael puts out on Twitter all the time is growing by the day. I don't want to add Trudell to that list.
No, there's no need to add Trudell.
Yeah, I don't want to.
But I will have to take under consideration after Trudell's performance today what we're going to do here.
Okay,
You know
I'll
what I mean?
tell you right now. If you trade me and you take on Trudell, just know that when I show up with whoever my partner is, I'm looking for you too.
Well, first I need to know if Trudell can make the event. Like, we have to start there.
Saturday, March 23rd.
Well, I don't know. Apparently, I'm ineligible, according to Cappy.
No, you're eligible.
Well, yeah, but I got overruled.
Ireland will be there, by the way. John Ireland.
And playing with Lisa.
Yeah.
So there is a good chance that I can be available. Now, I don't want to come in between the partnership here, so that would be the first thing. You guys work out your own issues. If you stay together, then the question is, can I bring in my own type of person, or do they have to be directly related to the station?
What do you say, Chris?
I say Chris has to play with Trudell.
No, I'm not playing. I
Yeah,
have to
you
host
should
it.
play.
I have
No,
to host
no,
it.
you play.
No.
You play and let Trudell carry you.
You don't have the power to tell me to do
Well,
anything.
I'm suggesting it. How about that?
You're
Let
a-
Trudell
you're a
carry
bum.
you.
You're a scumbag.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to do you one worse. You're unathletic and incapable. How
Really?
about yeah.
You work out with me every week.
Right, and I see for myself.
Please.
Hey, then team up with Trudell.
No, I'm not. I have to host the
No,
event.
I'll host while you're
You
playing.
can't host.
I can
You
host.
don't have the skill set.
I've got 35% of the skill set to do.
Here, I can settle this. I'll play with Michael. That's fine. We'll get it.
Right, we'll figure this out. Maybe we'll leave it up to the Circle of Trust, the Sedano and Kap Twitter community, to see if they want you and me to play, if they want you and Michael to play, if they want me and Cappy to stay together. Maybe we'll put it up as a poll.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll make it democratic. So.
I'm never. After you said that, I'm never going to let you mount me again.
What do you
Okay.
mean? Of course I'm going to mount you.
No, you're not.
You
You're not.
love when I mount you.
You're not allowed.
I'm going to mount you today
No.
at the East Central tonight.
Yeah. This is when Trudell needs to go. All right, Mike, thank you for joining us. We'll
I'll
see you on TV
I'll
later.
See you at the game, maybe. Yep.
Bye,
All right,
Trudell.
guys.
See ya.
Thanks.
There he is.
Anybody going to the game tonight other than me and Christopher?
I'm going to swing by for a little
Isn't
bit.
Lindsay going?
Yeah.
Baseball, you coming to the game?
I mean,
Just
it's
swing by for a bit.
either leave here at 5:30 and get stuck in traffic for God knows how long, or
Yeah.
just go for a little bit.
Chris, after the show today, will you be walking Chewy?
No, I won't be.
You're not going to be walking Chewy?
No, because our friends from Mandala are doing a little cocktail tour around the restaurants here at LA Live that they're at. And that was sort of where this started. So I'll be participating in that.
Okay.
By the way, Chris, Cap wants to inquire.
You know what, Kathy? You are really going to get it
No,
today.
he wants to inquire about your
tonight.
dog walking. So I have somebody
Who the
that's
heck's
gonna come
Jack?
walk him.
Jack's my dog.
It's Frenchie, Jack the Frenchie.
But Lindsay suggested yesterday, why don't you have Morales walk him? She said he's got good dog walking skills.
He does.
Do I?
That's what she said. She said you pick up good loose stool.
I did not
That's
say
what she
that.
said.
Stop.
You're going to get hurt tonight, Seth.
You're a terrible Cap.
You know, he's got me in a mood today. Now I'm in a good mood.
By the way, before we continue the fun and frivolity, why don't you tell us about LAX, George?
Yes, let's talk about our friends at LAX. Listen, changes are arriving daily, okay? Daily, I tell you, all right? And they're all doing it just for you, to make your life a lot easier. Things like the LAX economy parking structure, which is already open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Listen, I'm telling you, those things are a lifesaver for you. You need to use those if you got an electric car. You get on your trip, you come back, car's charged, good to go. Modernized terminals, speaking of good to go, have biometric gates for faster boarding. Who doesn't want to get to their plane faster? And a new facility for all your friends and family visiting. They'll have all major rental car brands under one roof. And get this is the one that really brings it home. The People Mover train will connect travelers, not only to the rental car facility, not only to the terminal, but to LA Metro. So if you're a local, you don't even need to take your car to LAX anymore. The Los Angeles International Airport changes arriving daily to reduce traffic, save guest time, and transform the travel experience. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
1 minute in front of 4 o'clock at KSPN Los Angeles. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Be sure, as we do the 7:10 combo plate, to be in for Lakers basketball tonight. 5:30 p.m., the Toyota Lakers countdown to tip-off. Lakers Clippers coverage live play-by-play at 7 o'clock. You can hear it on 7:10 a.m. for your afternoon drive home. And, of course, in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Cappy, I don't even know. Like, you've got me so... I'm going to take that Topo Chico bottle and break it over your head.
You know what? This Topo Chico bottle, which I stole from your refrigerator in your second office here at the ESPN LA
That's the
offices.
primary office.
Well, now that's your primary office.
It is,
Really?
unfortunately.
Oh, I didn't know that. Here's the problem. I don't have a bottle opener to open this Topo Chico.
There's one in my office.
Well, I have an idea of how I could open this bottle utilizing a part of your body.
You're just a bad guy. You're just a bad guy.
A bad guy and a scumbag, and what else?
A bad guy.
And there's more to it. There's other names.
George, you seem preoccupied.
I'm just listening to them bicker.
Well,
Did you bring any ideas for the show today, Cappy, or you just walk in?
Oh, no, I brought some ideas.
You know what you need to talk about? Jim Harbaugh within striking distance, mother bleeper, of being the Chargers head coach. Now what are you going to say
What are you gonna
as you're
do?
listening to KSPN Los Angeles?
No, I did it already. I did it.
I just did it for just in case. You missed it. I don't know. I didn't hear between the
well,
bickering.
No, you were
Because you were
preoccupied.
Wait.
I was doing some work because you guys were just bickering like a married couple.
I know you're
We do
doing
that
some
often.
work because somebody pointed it out on the YouTube chat, apparently.
Yeah.
George is watching some highlight videos.
No, I'm putting something together for Kai that he needs for a client.
That is, I can back that up because we did talk about that.
Okay.
Partner, but that's okay.
So they can watch in the YouTube
Someone
video.
said that George was watching videos of himself.
He is.
I
He
am
is.
watching videos of myself because I need to time.
I asked him to.
I need to time code them so they can see the suits I'm wearing.
Don't yell at me. I'm just the messenger.
All right, I'm just telling you exactly what I'm doing. So while they're bickering, I can do two things at once.
We do bicker
Two
like a
things
married
can be
couple.
true at once.
We do indeed. And
You are a
tonight we
good
will be a married
multitasker.
couple. We will be a married couple at the East Central tonight.
What does that even mean?
You know what it means. You know what it means, sucker.
Yeah. So when I'm telling you to buy these damn suits, you're gonna buy them, sucker.
What suits?
You'll see.
Oh, I want a new suit.
Okay.
I need a new suit.
Because you gotta support the family. Okay.
When do you wear a suit?
I don't, but I think I want to start wearing suits again.
What does that mean again? You used to wear suits?
All
Where?
the time.
Well, when you were on TV.
Yeah, all the time.
I mean, during Stable Wars.
Right, that too. Used to look very sharp during Stable
Did you
Wars.
really wear suits on Stable Wars?
Oh my God, I was like the sharpest dressed guy going.
I mean, did you
on
have
Stable
your
Wars.
guy Zap make all your suits
No,
for you
no, I
then?
had Zap at that time was not my clothing designer.
Oh, okay.
It was Maggie B back in the
Oh,
day.
okay.
You know, Maggie B used to
She's
dress
a friend
me.
of Zap's?
No, she doesn't know Zap.
Okay.
She
Is
doesn't know
Maggie
Zap.
B the hair braider?
No. Maggie B's a whole different deal.
Okay.
Different,
All right.
different.
Who's the hair
story.
braider?
I can't really talk to you about the hair braider.
How come?
Because you're not prepared for it, okay?
Oh, yeah?
This ain't in the Palm Springs, all right? This
Okay.
isn't in the mean streets of Palm Desert, my dog, okay? Now, as for Jim Harbaugh,
Yeah. What do you got to say about that? Quote, striking distance.
well, of course, as you know, I am rooting against this to all go down.
And by the way, before you continue, Lindsay, what was the offer? What was the quote on the offer they made? Significant, I believe,
Yes,
correct?
it was significant. And it wasn't simply to for him to have leverage to leave or to stay at Michigan. He's actually serious.
How great would it be if the Chargers win a Super Bowl and stick it to that small market of San Diego?
Yeah, it would be horrible. It really would. Here's the problem for me is that you know that I love Jim Harbaugh.
I know.
Okay, and you know that the Chargers, or the ownership of the Chargers in particular, is my nemesis in life.
Yeah.
Right? So if you take a guy who I love in Jim Harbaugh and you put him onto the franchise, onto the sidelines of my nemesis, that puts me in a very precarious situation. You know, it really does. Because Jim Harbaugh, here's what I'll say about it. The Chargers as an organization, I think everybody here would agree, are irrelevant to the Los Angeles sports scene.
Yes.
However, if you get a personality like Jim Harbaugh, who just won a national championship, who is the hottest coaching candidate there is, and you go, George, completely against the grain of what you've been historically. And what I mean by that is this. This ownership team has always gone for a retread or
a first-timer.
Or a first-time, cheap, controllable coach.
Correct.
So whether it was Mike McCoy when he was the hot guy because he was the offensive coordinator in Denver and he had Peyton Manning, or if it was Anthony Lynn when I don't know how he became the hot guy, and then it was Brandon Staley after like 2 years earlier coaching at some Division III high school somewhere, they're always looking for the younger, cheaper, first-time, inexperienced, controllable head coach.
Right.
However, because of what happened with the Rams this year, and the Rams being a team that no one expected to go anywhere, and the Rams make a playoff run, and by the way, take more control of LA because they were likable. People knew Matthew Stafford. People know Aaron Donald. People like Sean McVay. People got into Puka Nacua and his story, et cetera, et cetera. The Rams did something this year that people didn't expect, and the fan base became more emotionally attached to the Rams than they'd ever been before.
Right.
And at the same time, the Chargers were falling flat on their face when everybody thought this was a Super Bowl contender. If ever there was a time in a franchise's history to do something completely opposed to what they've always done, this is the desperation situation. And so if Jim Harbaugh does want to leave and go to the NFL, and Jim Harbaugh hires thank you. This is
Get ready to rack him. Keep going, though.
This is good, though.
Go.
If Jim Harbaugh hires Don Yee, the same guy who went and did the deal for Sean Payton in Denver as his agent, and he's going to get $20 million to coach the Chargers? If I were the Chargers, this is the desperation moment of all time.
There's no question. They have no cred in the marketplace. So either you go Jim Harbaugh, who's the best available and has an incredible track record, or you go Pete Carroll, who also has a great track record and has local ties. There's only one of two options for them here.
Now, here's the worst part of all this. Here's the worst part of the story. So earlier today, I have a friend who is very, very, very close to Jim Harbaugh. And
does he know Jack?
He does know Jack.
Okay.
Jack the Frenchie?
No, Jack Harbaugh.
Jack Harbaugh, the dad. Yeah, different Jack. And not Jack Reacher either, okay? So this friend of mine who is very close to Jim Harbaugh, I texted him today and I said, dude, what's the deal? What's going on? And he said, don't quote me,
but say it on the radio.
Well, but I'm not going to.
This is what can get you in trouble. Remember what happened with Canelo?
I'm not directly quoting the man, and I'm not saying his name.
It's how you got out of the Canelo crew.
I'm not going to say his name, and I'm not going to quote him. I'm going to paraphrase him.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Here's what he said.
What'd he
See
say?
the difference between a quotation and a paraphrasing?
I got you.
Here's what he said to me.
What'd he say to you?
I'm not sure. Do not quote me, but it seems inevitable. And that's not a direct quote. That's a paraphrase, just so you know. That's a paraphrase. It seems inevitable. And when he said that to me, my heart sank. I'm like, dude, I've been saying forever, I really think Harbaugh's going back to Michigan. I've been predicting Harbaugh's going back to Michigan. I can't believe he would go to work for these guys. He played for them. He knows them. He knows what kind of ownership they are. Please tell me it's not inevitable.
Inevitable.
But the word he used was inevitable.
Inevitable.
Phenomenal.
Speaking of phenomenal, last night I did go out for pho. Just
Oh,
so
did you like it?
I did go out for pho.
Where'd you get the pho?
From a place called Pho, F-P-H-O. And the second word was nominal. Phenomenal.
That actually should be a restaurant.
Right.
We should totally start a restaurant and just call it that.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Now, was that your first time ever having pho?
It's like my second time, but like I had to really work hard on the menu. Like I really had to sit down, read it, go through it all.
It just says pho.
Right.
But there's different kinds of pho, right? I've never had pho.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, you know that at Yamava, they're going to put on a pho eating contest.
And we're going to pho.
You and me are going to pho. Exactly right. That is exactly
Gonna get
right.
FUD up?
We're going to pho. That's all. I'm going to pho.
Don't
do it.
Be careful.
Yeah, just let's
Be
not
careful.
Let's not do this. Actually, yeah.
I did hear somebody told me though about a restaurant called Pho, P-H-O dash like next word King, K-I-N-G. Now, how funny is that?
Oh, I get it.
Okay, see, it took a second for you.
Well, I had to put it through a capsule.
Right. That's funny. That is and you know that's funny. but I won't say it on the air. Everybody can do their own thing. PHO, not FO. PHO space King.
Yeah.
That's fun.
We got you. We get it.
Phenomenal.
So, when it's inevitably happening, what do you think you're gonna do?
I don't know, man.
How are you gonna react?
I
to
guess
this?
the first thing I should do is I should turn off my notifications on Twitter.
Yeah.
What if you just flip the script though, and then become like the biggest Chargers fan there is?
I can't do that.
Well, it's the ownership.
Right, it's the ownership.
Right.
I can't do that.
If they ever sold, it'd be different.
Right.
You'd
See,
be back.
Like, I've gotten over the whole move out of San Diego to LA thing. I mean, come on, what kind of hypocrite would I be? But you know what I'm saying? But like for me, it's still the ownership. And I want to root for Jim Harbaugh. I'm not a Michigan fan. I don't even really like Michigan. But I was rooting for them to win the national championship this year, even though I was being a phony when I was over at my buddy's house because he's a Washington fan and I acted like I was rooting for Washington.
It's great. You know, the Chargers pulling off what many would think would be the impossible, right? If you were to ask last season, could the Chargers ever get Jim Harbaugh?
Or anybody of his caliber
Exactly.
and spend that kind of money.
They're pulling off the impossible, George. And you and I know how that feels. When we pulled off the impossible and made Cappy a star.
And now, as a star, as a national championship caliber radio broadcaster, now I'm going to be the hottest thing going, and I too want $20 million a year. Just like Stephen A. Smith. I want 20 million big ones, baby.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
That's what I want. I want Keyshawn money.
Well, you want a podcast that, you know, all breaks, no... What was it?
All facts.
All facts, no breaks. Lots of edits.
Oh my. Is that what it says? All facts, no breaks, lots of edits? Is that the name of the podcast? Really?
See, you're making me be a bad guy.
You're a bad guy.
A lot of times these sweep segments we just blow through and we have it's not dragging. It's just a lot's coming out.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely.
A lot's coming out.
And you know, Cappy, we still haven't even gotten to your boy Tom Telesco going to the Raiders.
Oh, the Raiders really? You want to import? No, yeah.
I mean, he did get a lot of talent.
He did.
There.
But why are you importing filth?
He did get a lot of talent, did he
But you're
not?
going to import the AFC West filth?
Did he not draft a lot of good players?
He did indeed.
He did.
Not to mention, he also went out into free agency and got a lot of really good players. Now, look, there were mistakes along the way.
Right, but for the most part, I thought from a roster construction perspective, he did a good job.
I wonder how JD the Brick's dealing with that today. You
called
telling
me.
me
Yeah.
Tom Telesco
Yeah.
is coming to the Silver and Black?
Get JT on the phone right now.
You know, that's a good idea. You should
The
get him
Raider
on.
Nation?
I thought of that, but I'm pretty sure he's hosting the Mad Dog show today.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, but it's already for something.
He and I did talk, though, earlier today. He's like, Cap, what are they doing
Text
with
him
Tom
now, see if he's
Telesco?
on.
And I had to tell him, I go, listen, Tom Telesco is a pretty good guy, number one. And number two, he's a very, very good talent scout. His problem was always that he was the guy that stood in front of the family so that he had to take all the bullets so that they didn't have to take them. And, you know, he built a good roster. The roster just couldn't stay healthy. But he was always hamstrung with the inability to spend real money on a head coach.
Right, but the roster was intact for sure. By the way, Ramona just texted us and included you this time, I think, Cappy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A recipe that a listener sent, gluten-free bourbon caramel samosas.
Oh, wow.
So there you have it.
Now, listen, as far as the Raiders, real quick on this, the issue today that they're hiring Tom Telesco.
And are they hiring your boy? Because I saw a report about that too.
If my boy becomes the offensive coordinator and play caller for the Raiders,
You're going to be a Raider fan.
I'm going all in.
Black hole.
I am all in
Yeah.
on the Raiders.
Yeah.
I'm getting season tickets.
No way.
I'm not going to pay for them.
Right, I was just going to say. He's going to get you tickets every week.
Right, I'm not going to pay for them, but I'm going to go to the games, you know? And every Raiders home game, I'm going to be on my way to Vegas. And you know what I'll do?
Yeah.
I'll stay at the Palms Hotel.
Right.
Because that's the sister hotel of Yamava.
Right.
So I'm hooked up, man.
Right, you're
I'm
good
all
to go.
set.
Are you hooked up?
No,
Big
he's not.
time. Yes, I am. Yes, I am so.
He's going to be making some calls,
Yes,
though.
I am. I'm going to be calling my man Kenji, the general manager out
He
of
was out on
Yamava.
the golf course with us at the
I
Riv
mean,
yesterday.
listen, you could do worse than Tom Telesco if you're the Raiders. And you know what? You could do worse than Alex Van Pelt as your offensive coordinator.
Nah.
I mean, the biggest problem with the Raiders is Tom Telesco needs to figure out who the quarterback's going to be.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. He's
No,
gonna have to
Alex
figure
Van
that out.
Pelt's, he should be thankful that he got out of that
Cesspool
of Cleveland
Yeah.
Browns.
And let me tell everybody something. Look, I get it. You know, everybody gets very annoyed around here when Lindsay talks about Cleveland and talks about the Browns.
By the way, did you see Ric Flair's tweet to Baker Mayfield, Lindsay?
Yeah, who cares?
What do you do?
Oh, now we don't
The
like Ric
nature
Flair.
boy.
Wait, now
now
you
we
don't
don't
like
tweeted
Ric
him.
Flair?
Ric
What-
Flair, don't get me started on Ric Flair.
Why, what's
Oh.
up? What's wrong with Ric Flair?
I mean, first of
Of
all,
a lot of things, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things wrong with Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, all I know is this. That if my boy becomes the offensive coordinator of the Raiders, I'm all in 100%.
All silver and black.
Raider Nation, all the time.
You'll dress up?
Today I'm wearing all black just because I'm trying to make it, I'm trying to
Speak
put it into
into
the universe.
existence.
Exactly
You're
right.
like LeVar Ball.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Never lost.
Yeah. Get JT on the phone if we can. Did he text you back?
I just texted him.
Okay. I think we need to ask him about the silver and black. Why not? All right, coming up next, Cappy.
Tell me.
Oh, I thought you had a live read for a second. Coming up next, Cappy. LeBron and Steph Curry making headlines together. I'll tell you why in just a second. Stick around, 7:10.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
For 418 in the Southland on a live imaging Tuesday. Sedano and Cappy on this day in 1988. The number one hit, Michael, off that Bad album, The Way You Make Me Feel. You know the way you make me feel, Cappy?
Tell me.
That I want to snap your neck. But you know whose neck I don't want to snap?
Tell me.
The voice of the Raider Nation. The voice of the black hole. This is where we hit the music.
What was that?
He joined us all football season, and he's back because the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego
Thank you.
let go of their general manager, and for some reason, the Raider Nation, who I adopted as my own this season, want to import that LA Charger filth. And when these things happen, we have to get the one and only JT the Brick on the line. Brick, good afternoon.
Hi, Brick.
Good afternoon in the Southland. How is everyone? Good to talk to you guys again. I felt like when the Raiders missed the playoffs, you'd miss me, and I was right.
We did miss you, JT. And I'll say this. Christopher brings up a great point. The Raiders interviewing Tom Telesco. I'll say this. You could do worse than Tom Telesco. He picked good players for that team.
Yeah, George, I think this becomes a move where we thought possibly the guy was in-house in Champ Kelly, and they had him as the interim, and then all of a sudden Mark Davis pivoted to talk to Ed Dodds out of Indianapolis, and Telesco, who came in, who reportedly blew him away, had a really good meeting, and all the guys he's drafted over the years, it wasn't Telesco's fault that the guys were hurt, and he didn't have a lot of budget to work with, but he's been known to take big swings and draft big-time players. And, he had John Spanos and Dean Spanos in front of him, probably voiding a lot of things that we all don't know about. So what I like about the hire is he could be the guy that figures out the final pieces of this roster, because the Raiders need a quarterback, and the Raiders only need now, with that defense and Devontae Adams and everything else they have, only a few more pieces. They always say pieces. They're men. They're human beings. But maybe he's the difference in getting 2 or 3 more players in a draft or free agency that make the difference for the silver and black.
Yeah, one thing he's very good at is he is a great talent evaluator. And when you look at a guy, I'll give you an example, a guy like Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler is an undrafted free agent from a Division II college in who the hell knows where, Colorado, and he became the number 1 running back, and they got rid of Melvin Gordon, who was a Heisman Trophy finalist and a first-round pick, and a guy who had a terrible case of fumbleitis. My point is that you didn't need to go get another first-round running back. You were able to do that with an undrafted player. So, JT, the one thing I would tell you is Tom Telesco, if nothing else, is a great talent evaluator.
Well, that's what the Raiders needed, because the Raiders thought they brought in a lot of other good talent evaluators, but they didn't have a lot of experience the last couple of years. Reggie McKenzie, former player. Mike Mayock, great guy, comes over from television, knew college football and the draft and the combine as good as anybody, no experience as a pure GM. And then Dave Ziegler comes over with Josh McDaniels, and he gets elevated to his first GM role. So I think what this came down to, guys, and it's not shocking to me, but it was a bit surprising if you asked me 2 weeks ago, is they went in the division with someone who knows the Raiders very closely, obviously the Chargers, knows the AFC West, and they got to get it right here because they still got to hire an offensive coordinator. And in order to do that, you had to have the GM in-house. Antonio Pierce was a lock. He deserved that job. And also Marvin Lewis is now on the staff, a former head coach. So there's a lot of experience. Tom Coughlin is now consulting with the Raiders. Telesco's got a long history in the league. So with all of this happening here, the Raiders are trying to take steps to become a playoff team that stays in the playoffs for years to come. Hopefully this is the answer.
Got to figure out that quarterback situation, though. And not sure if they go into the draft, because I want to say the Raiders draft around like number 15. You'll check 13. So you check me on that. But so the Raiders have a draft choice at 13, but for as great as this college quarterback class is expected to be, most think that these top 3, 4, 5 guys will all be drafted in the top 8 to 10. So I'm not sure if you decide, hey, Russell Wilson becomes available or something like that, where you go into free agency and you try and find a veteran quarterback rather than trying to start at the beginning with a rookie quarterback. What do you think happens?
Yeah, that's really complicated, guys, and that's why Tom Telesco, I think, has been brought in with his veteran leadership going back to not only evaluating the Chargers and getting Herbert over Tua. We remember what happened there, and he fell down there, but he turned out to be a good player. This is critical because in order to get the quarter, I'm a huge Caleb Williams guy. I was live at his first game he ever played at Oklahoma, and I'm all in on him. I know he had a little bit of a down year. He's the best talent I've seen since Mahomes. He's that great. He will require 3 first-round picks, not 2, 3. I think the other guys you can get with 2 first-round picks. Now, I'm not talking 1. The Raiders got 13. They trade out. They swap up. No. I'm talking you probably got to give up a couple of first-round picks. And then Justin Fields is out there, a guy who can run as elite as anybody in the league, can make every throw, but is not consistent and needs a offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, passing game coordinator, get him better. I think he's in the loop. And Aiden O'Connell, for all of the fourth-round pick, played pretty good. Part of the franchise all-time record of 63 points, beat Kansas City on Christmas Day at Arrowhead, swept Denver to put Denver away and Sean Payton and give them a losing record. So they got some options. But, Cappy, I agree with you. I think this team might have to get up into the top 3 or number 4 or no less than 5 to get Jaden Daniels or a quarterback, because a lot of them are going to be gone. And I'm not Bo Nix can play, Michael Penix Jr., but if you want a quarterback that's going to be a game changer, you got to get one of these top 3 quarterbacks, and they're going to go in the first 5 picks.
So let me ask you this. How much did Max Crosby's, I don't know if it's it was an endorsement in some ways, but also a threat to potentially wanting out, helped Antonio Pierce's cause?
Well, I don't think it was so much. You could look at it as he spoke up more so than Max usually speaks up. I think Max does podcasts. He's on social media. And I think Max made it clear that he doesn't want any more change. Max isn't going to leave the Raiders. He's a Raider lifer. But, George, you asked a fair question. He went out there and voiced a strong opinion that he was just kind of getting uncomfortable with all the change that is out there. And we're talking change today. We're talking about a new GM. We're talking about a future OC coming in and what they're going to do. But he liked Antonio Pierce a lot because it was so drastically different than Josh McDaniels. Remember, Josh McDaniels had a hell of a resume in his career in the NFL, comes in, tells everybody, we're going to take this thing to the next level. It kind of implodes. And now Max is going, look, we're going to try something else. Let's pump the brakes. Max and Mark Davis are very close, really tight. And Mark's very tight with, a handful of players like Devontae, the alumni like Marcus Allen and Charles Woodson. And Max's voice goes a long way. But this is Mark Davis's decision. He's been vetting these guys. He vetted Telesco, and we knew Antonio Pierce was going to get the job. Being in that locker room, being around the building as close as I am, he was a lock to go from interim coach to head coach with what he did down the stretch.
So now what I need is my guy to become your offensive coordinator. So then I can become a full-time, not season ticket holder where I buy season tickets, but I'm acting like a season ticket holder because I'm there every week for the games. JT, I'm putting 2 and 2 together. The Raiders hired Marvin Lewis I'm not sure exactly what his title is, but he's going to be like Antonio Pierce's right-hand guy and consultant. Yep. Mm-hmm. And if you just put the pieces of the puzzle together, when we were playing college football, Marvin Lewis was our linebackers coach. So this relationship between my man AVP and Marvin Lewis goes back 30-plus years. So I am very hopeful that Alex Van Pelt becomes the offensive coordinator, and we might know that tomorrow.
Yeah, and Alex is a name that I go back with long to the beginning of my Raider career with another regime that was here, and he's a highly respected guy, and he's checked off all the boxes along the way. I'll just tell you, Cap, that the Raiders are literally interviewing every offensive mind in the NFL. I was in the building yesterday. I saw Tom Telesco there, and they are lining up offensive minds. I'm talking quarterback coaches, offensive coordinators, passing game coordinators. They're looking at everyone. Whoever gets this job as OC is going to have a lot of juice because they're going to be running the offense for the Raiders as Antonio Pierce and Marvin Lewis, and the defensive side is really stout and I think good and has a lot of upside there. But the Raiders need direction now on the offensive side of the ball, from Josh McDaniels not working to Bo Hardegree not being retained. Whoever gets this job is going to be the offensive coordinator at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, living in Sin City with no state taxes, pool parties, bottle service, great weather, golf courses everywhere. It's a hell of a job. So for you, I hope you get someone you're happy with, and we can bring you over to the dark side of the silver and black. back.
Can your guy handle that kind of pressure, Cappy?
I think he can.
Or is he a gutless bum?
No, he's no gutless bum.
I don't know.
But here's the
that
thing.
Browns offense didn't look great that last game.
Well, yeah, that's true. But they had like a beat-up offensive line, and they had a quarterback throw 2 pick-sixes.
I just hear more excuses from your guy.
Well, those are excuses. I will just say, though, that I could see myself spending a bit more time in Las Vegas, hanging out with JT. All those things he said, pool parties, bottle service, all sounds good to me.
Well, guys, don't overthink. Every once in a while I get very program director-ish. I think I was a program director in a former life. Try to get out for a little radio row. Sedano knows where I like to dine. Cappy, you know, Morales, we go back a long way. Pop your head in for a little radio row in Vegas. Don't take the radio show too seriously. You do a great job. You're the best in the market. Reward yourself with a Super Bowl trip for a few nights, not the whole week, but a couple of nights in Las Vegas.
Well, Sedano and I are the best in the market. But
I actually said to Morales, I go, hey, I'm planning on going up to Vegas for a few days during Super Bowl week. He's like, no, you're not. You're not going to do that. We don't want you there. We don't want you on Radio Row. They don't want me there. They just don't want me there.
I think you should come because I think you'll get interviews with people that are selling hats and selling T-shirts.
Well, Cappy's selling hats and T-shirts.
I know how much people love that in L.A. on the radio. I know how well that goes over.
No, I think Cappy is going to try to sneak out there.
I may. I'm trying to come for like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday-ish, and then Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, I'll be out at Yamava. So, I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, and Cap, if you can fit it into your ski schedule. And I know you're going back to the triathlon. A little bit of a secret that only I know. You got a lot of. This is the time where the Brick likes to take a little time off, do a couple of things here, take a little break, so we can gear up for the greatness of the Raiders and next season. But I'll leave you on this point, guys. This is very important. Anybody but Kansas City. We could not have, which I called on your show, the conspiracy theory of the Kelsey commercials with Andy Reid and Mahomes. Taylor Swift, the worst part, Brittany Mahomes doing the shoulder roll, Jason Kelsey with the shirt on, guzzling beers. I speak for the entire Raider Nation when I say this. Anybody but Kansas City. We need Baltimore to win, and if Kansas City comes to Vegas, we need Kansas City to lose in the Super Bowl. Raider Nation unite. Let's beat Kansas City.
The one and only, the voice of the Raider Nation, JT the Brick.
All right, JT, good talking to you, pal.
See you guys.
Bye,
Bye,
JT.
Brick.
He's right. I'm so tired of that whiny little you-know-what Patrick Mahomes crying for flags. Tired of it.
You are you?
Yeah.
What'd you think about his brother shirtless drinking beers?
Well, that kind of spoke to my inner...
I was thinking you would like that.
Yeah, I would do that. Mm-hmm. I do that right now, frankly.
You. In fact, if you took your shirt off and guzzled beers, you wouldn't look that different than
Probably
Jason
not,
Kelsey.
except I wouldn't be a all-pro Super Bowl champion center. Mm-hmm. But I could be a great tight end.
You guys would look exactly the same.
Okay.
It's kind of a compliment.
It is kind of a compliment, I would say.
Maybe if you want to spend so much time in Vegas, you could just do radio out there.
I could do that.
That way we can get Trudell in here.
Hey, listen.
Sedano and the team.
He's already part of the team. He's already here. He's emeritus.
Sedano and Mike Trudell back again. It's all your basketball talk in the PM. And then you could just call in as our Vegas insider.
I'll be the Raider insider.
Scott Kaplan deep inside the Las Vegas Raiders war room.
Here's Vegas Raider season ticket holder, Scott Kaplan. That would be me.
So your guy will get you season tickets?
Well, no, he won't get me season tickets. Every week I'll be like, yo, I'm coming to the game. Leave me tickets.
Are we going to put eye black on?
Oh, for sure. And plus, I'm going to get the Lyle Alzado jersey since you were too gutless to get it.
I didn't get a jersey at all.
Well, that was gutless, as you know.
You're gutless.
Here's what's not gutless is Lindsay and her new wine. She's got a lot of wine that she's been drinking, and look, the Browns put her in a state, but thankfully she took care of business because Stella Rosa was there for her.
Absolutely right.
Stella Rosa is always there for me, and I definitely did need it, especially 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks ago now that the Browns got knocked out of the playoffs? Right? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, when they choked.
Hey, you be careful. So, like I said, we've been talking about the playoffs, and I'm stocking up on Stella Rosa wines. It's great because it pairs perfectly with all your favorite game day snacks like wings, pizza, and over the weekend, of course, I had Stella Rosa Red with some pork sliders, and it was very yummy. This wine is semi-sweet, semi-sparkling, and super refreshing, especially when it's served chilled. And the playoffs have some of the most exciting sports moments of the year, so be sure to grab a bottle of Stella Rosa to celebrate the big plays. I know I'll be stocking up on Stella Rosa this game day, and you should too. Stella Rosa, your go-to wine for game day.
4:33 in the Southland. Sedano and Kap on a live imaging Tuesday. Coming up next in just a few minutes, Sedano. Radio Tinder time, award-winning Radio Tinder, made possible by our friends at Tequila Mandala, who I believe Cappy and I are going to get loose with tonight at the Tequila Mandala.
They're
folks.
all in the house right now.
Exactly right.
There we go. The Tequila Mandala crew is here.
Are we going to drink the extra añejo tonight?
Can I drink it off your body?
Añejo.
Yes or no?
You're just always looking for some freebie hand. That's all you're looking
he's
for.
such a scumbag.
What are you talking about? I'm going to fill my belly button with extra añejo, and then you're going to suck it out.
You want me to suck it out?
Yes, I do.
I'll suck every drop.
Yes, I do.
All right, then. On that note, Radio Tinder is next.
Hey, John Ireland here, and I'm at my local Ralph's in front of the BBGO display, and here's why. The Lakers and Ralph's are doing a sweepstakes, and you could win courtside seats to a Laker game. The question I get more than anything else is, how do I get in those courtside seats? This is how. You come to a local Ralph's, you spend at least $10 on BBGO. Then you take your receipt and you send it to this web address, Lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. That's Lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. It's the contest runs from now through February 6th. So all you gotta do is go to Ralph's, get some BBGO, and send in that receipt. Well, as long as I'm here. You can never have enough BBGO.
BBGO, the official game day snack of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app. And bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
For 37 in the Southland on a live imaging Tuesday on Sedano and Cappy. Radio Tinder time, we like to play a TV theme if we can. On this day in 1996, Moesha premiered on UPN.
Moesha.
What do you know about Moesha, Cap?
Moesha. Moesha.
You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter, Instagram. Don't forget about our sponsor, Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Hashtag life-changing tequila. Hashtag founded in the city of Downey, just like me. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. You guys ever see Moesha?
Yeah.
Really?
George seemed enthused.
Yeah.
You've seen Moesha?
On the UPN back in the day.
All right. What was her annoying neighbor's name?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh,
though.
come on.
I mean, I remember Moesha. You know,
Roger.
Sorry.
I'm telling Raj.
He had the same hairdo that DeAndre has now.
Like the crisscross? I'll make
Yeah.
you jump?
That's more like Stevie Wonder in the late 70s.
Well, what makes you? Why Stevie Wonder?
Well,
man?
Because he had that out.
The braids.
He had that
I remember him having the
hairstyle
braids.
on the I can't think of the album cover.
So what do you mean? You're insulted by
Right,
Stevie
you're
I'm
Wonder?
not insulted by
One of the
Stevie
greatest
Wonder, no.
artists ever?
No, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not insulted by that. Trust me.
I trust you. I do
By
trust
the way,
you.
in the break, our friends from Tequila Mandala were here, but also producer Lindsay did something that I wish we had on video.
Me too.
She opened a Topo Chico bottle, which of course you need to have a bottle opener, George. She opened it with her teeth.
Like a real man.
Used to be a good party trick back in the day.
Like a real man.
I don't know. Cappy, if a girl opens a bottle like that at a party,
Dude, I'm running.
I'm either running or
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, listen.
well-
This is the same girl that beat that dude's ass in the cafeteria where she poured chocolate milk all over his head. All right? This is a tough chick. That's all I'm going to say about it. When a woman can open a bottle with her teeth,
That was impressive.
tough chick.
Agreed.
we might have to do it again on video.
I gotta keep those frequencies few and far between, just because the veneers. My dentist is like, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Kill me if you knew I did that. But
All right, what do you
anyway.
got, Linz?
All right, so WWE announced today that its flagship show, Monday Night Raw, is going to stream exclusively on Netflix starting next year in 2025. The Netflix agreement brings an end to a long-standing partnership between Raw and NBC. Although USA Networks, they're going to be the new home of SmackDown starting in October. So the deal is reportedly for 10 years and valued at more than $5 billion. And WWE bills Raw as the longest running weekly episodic TV show of all time. But now with this deal with Netflix, they're going to be moving from linear TV to streaming for the first time ever in its 31-year history. So is this the right move for WWE? Swipe left or swipe right? Cappy, you go first.
I'm going to swipe right. I mean, here's the thing. Look, we just saw an NFL playoff game that everybody in the world kvetched about before the game went on Peacock, and yet everybody watched it on Peacock. The MLS went over to Apple TV. True, Netflix has not traditionally done live programming, but you have a worldwide audience watching WWE. And I think it's a great move for Netflix. I think it's a great move for the WWE. I just don't see the downside.
Yeah, I would agree with Cappy. I would also swipe right. Look, ultimately, they have the largest subscriber base, right, of all the streamers. And they have the international rights as well, right? Like it's an international brand. So it puts you in a situation where you have a one-stop shop if you're the WWE with both your domestic and international rights. I would imagine there's some synergy there that makes it easier for you to navigate that stuff. So I think it makes sense. And they've always been a bit of a disruptor in the marketplace. Remember, they had the WWE Network app, right?
Yeah, the WWE Network, and it was $9.99 a month.
Right, and it was $9.99 a month, right? That was a constant thing that they kept saying. But at the time, people thought they were crazy when they did that. And I thought it was brilliant. It did kind of give them the opportunity to like really start to see what this world was going to look like. They were kind of the first to market with that kind of stuff. Now, does this include their library as well, or just Raw?
Apparently, that's going to remain on Peacock. 'Cause
Okay.
I was asking that earlier.
Okay, yeah.
Because sometimes
Well,
I like to watch the old stuff. I want to see a 1995 Bret the Hitman Hart sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Right, because all of their library, and they have a lot of great like original programming and documentaries. There's a really good one on Ric Flair. It's a lot better than the 30 for 30, no shade at ESPN, but they had all the rights to all the footage and all the interviews from everybody. So I feel like the Peacock part of it, that's interesting. I just think it's weird that they're going to have just that one show live on Netflix, especially to your point, Cappy, how they're not really in the
they've always said, Netflix, that they would get into live sports if it's something that they felt they could be a bit like they could have some ownership of, right?
Yeah.
Like in the sense of like, this is the only place you can find this, right? Not like the NBA or the NFL that has multiple partners, just one thing that they know people need to come to them for.
And I also think that, like, as we are all trying to decide which streaming platforms we feel like we need in our lives, I need Amazon Prime because I need Thursday Night Football, and now I need Reacher. Okay, but really, honestly,
You were just looking for a way to mention Reacher.
I wanted to mention Reacher, but honestly, like, I haven't watched HBO Max since I watched Succession, so I'm paying for it and I'm not using it. Netflix now.
I mean, if you watched Night Country, you would be able to use Max.
Night Country?
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
True Detective.
Oh, True Detective. I didn't know it was called Night Country.
Yeah, that's this version is called True Detective Night Country.
My point I'm trying to make is
got your point.
Are we going to have every single streaming service?
Well, right. Basically, the cable bundle is back in a way,
Yes.
except you're paying for it a la carte. You're paying this. You're spending the same money, if not more.
I think definitely more.
Yeah. Hey, Radio Tinder's presented by our friends at Tequila Mandala, who were just in here. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Award-winning small batch premium sippy tequila made from the finest mature agaves, available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit their website, tequilamandala.com. Up your game and demand the extraordinary with Tequila Mandala. Keep going, Linz.
All right, so I've got two more radio tenders, and I want to ask. The other one is WWE related. Do you want me to continue on that path or save that for what you need to know?
Save it for what you need to know.
Okay, so this next one here, very interesting, especially for you, Cappy. A flight was reportedly delayed after an excessively gassy passenger had to be removed. The person was farting so much that prior to even taking off, the plane was forced to return to the gate, and the passenger, like I said, had to be removed. The American Airlines passenger reportedly loudly bragged about it, prompting fellow passengers to confront him, causing a scuffle in the cabin. So if this were you, and you had this guy who was excessively gassy and bragging about it out loud, would you confront the guy? Swipe left or swipe right?
No, I wouldn't confront the guy. I'm going to swipe left. I would not confront the guy. I'm very non-confrontational in public. Okay, I would probably be the guy though that would be the dude that has all the gas. I wouldn't be bragging about it. I'd be doing, I've told you, I sit in the back of the plane and then I just let it rip because nobody can hear it, and then people are around me going, oh, hell nah. Oh, hell. And then what I do is I start looking around going, oh, hell nah. Like, I try to figure out who is it, but it's me.
Like you're pretending it's not you.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell nah. Not oh, hell nah. Listen, try it out like this. Oh, hell nah. Not oh, hell nah.
Okay, so here's how like some of the comments played out.
I'm gonna
so
get you.
I guess
Sucker.
it made a noise, and then somebody was like, "Oh, that's extremely rude," and he goes, "Well, you thought that was rude. Wait till you smell it."
Oh,
things like that. And so I guess like then it started going back and forth. People were yelling at him, and it was just bad.
For me, an exciting development in my life is I've told you guys that post-COVID, all my gas no longer has any sort of smell to it.
Stop.
No, it's
Stop.
true. And
Stop.
now it's coming back.
Please stop.
It is coming back. It's a wonderful thing.
Please stop.
Wait. Really quick, here's the comebacks the guys had, okay? Somebody was talking about how rude it was. He goes, if you don't like it, you could fly private. And then somebody was like, oh, that's so low class. And he goes, well, you're back here in economy with the rest of us.
By the way, real quick, 2 check-ins. Jonathan Watson and a few others I've seen pop in said that you got the neighbors mixed up. That neighbor was on Sister.
Oh, come on.
There was a
dang.
neighbor on
Come on.
Moesha, but
He's
not.
right. He is right. It was
And then
not
my
Roger.
father has checked in, who was listening, and said the Stevie Wonder album cover was in 1980 entitled Hotter Than July when he had that hairdo.
And I
So
love
there
how
you go,
people in the
DeAndre.
YouTube chat are like, I love how Lindsay knows all the black shows. In the meantime, she don't know the black show. Moesha.
And then there's Cappy reading that.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
That is Radio Tinder, Cappy, brought to you by our friends at Tequila Mandala. But tell us about your prize picks for tonight before we get into what LeBron and Steph Curry have going on and the Lakers' interest in a superstar.
All right, let me run this by you. Tonight, prize picks, okay? Listen to me. Yeah, I want to run this by you. Listen to me. Today is Taco Tuesday on Prize Picks. So when you open the Prize Picks app, they ask you, do you want to opt in? Of course you want to opt in because they give you discounts. Listen to this tonight, George. Jalen Williams for Oklahoma City, okay, taking on Portland. His points, rebounds, and assists, I got a 14% discount, 24.5 total between the three. What do you think about that?
I think that has a shot.
Okay. James Harden tonight, 17.5 points against the Lakers. What do you think about that one?
He's had some bad games against the Lakers, so I think he's due.
Okay, I played him more. Now, here's my big play of the night. Anthony Davis and Paul George combined for 52.5 points between the two of them.
I like an over there or more. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm playing 3 picks at $20 to win 5 times my money.
Wow.
$100 tonight. Okay, so I'm keeping my eyes open on NBA games that would never mean anything to me. Now, the Lakers and the Clippers, of course, I'm going to be watching. But tonight, I don't care about Oklahoma City and Portland, but I got a little bit of action at Prize Picks. Here's what I want everybody to do. If you've not made your first deposit on Prize Picks, they match it 100% up to $100. So you put in 100, they'll put 100, you've got $200. Now it's easier than ever to win big because they've got this specials section. And what that is you take a basketball player and a football player, you put them together, and if in the special section, you could literally turn $10 into $1,000. You can 100 times your money. Go to prizepicks.com/Cappy, Kappy. prizepicks.com/Cappy. prizepicks.com/Cappy. You could get 100 times your money. A $10 play could turn into $1,000 at Prize Picks.
Happy New Year from Kia.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free! Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app and bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
is her song.
I could see Rachel dancing around to Material Girl.
Oh, definitely.
Rachel.
She got moves.
Could see her wanting to inner Madonna. I don't mind when some boys kiss me or hug me.
You're getting that tonight, sucker.
Today is also Rhubarb Pie Day.
Oh, hey, happy Rhubarb Pie Day.
Not to be confused with road pie.
No, it's a whole different kind of pie.
And happy 50th birthday to the legend herself. Played Valerie Malone on 90210. She played, what's the character on Saved by the Bell?
Kelly Kapowski.
I wasn't a big Saved by the Bell guy. Happy birthday, Tiffany Thiessen.
How old is she today?
Wasn't it
50.
Tiffany Amber?
50.
Well, it was Tiffany Amber.
Yeah.
50.
And she posts a lot of great content on Instagram.
Yeah, a lot of cooking content.
Still got it.
Yeah, she does.
Still got it.
Still very hot.
By the way, the Cisco Kid of 710, the great Beto Duran is in the house.
Cappy, by the way, Kelly Kapowski
Yeah.
went and did a taco tour in East LA.
Oh, really?
With my guy Bill Sparza, Street Gourmet LA. Fantastic quality taco.
But not as good as our content.
Way
Come on.
better.
Really? Way better? You know what we got to do? There's this place that I keep hearing about. And it's just this one kid who he says the best burrito in all of LA, and he takes you to this truck. It's I think called Cousins. Have you ever heard of those guys?
Not that one, no.
Dude, we got to go to we got to go check these guys
No
out.
problem.
Where is it?
It's like in Jalisco, Mexico.
Oh, jeez.
By the way, don't forget, you're an idiot.
No, I'm serious.
The
That's
Toyota
where
Lakers
it's at.
countdown to tip-off is at 5:30 p.m. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. John and Michael have your play-by-play Lakers Clippers. You can hear it on 7:10 a.m. or, of course, on the all-new ESPN LA app. And then after the game, don't miss Beto Duran with the new look Lakers postgame show.
Woo!
Cappy, speaking of basketball, two things. Dave McMenamin is reporting, quote, the Lakers have trade interest in Cavaliers superstar Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
Now, before people get excited, and listen, Dave is just doing his job. The Lakers have told him that they have interest in Donovan Mitchell. But correct me if I'm wrong, Lindsay, since he's a Cavalier, the Cavaliers have shown no interest in trading Donovan Mitchell yet.
Not yet.
But he's got another year left on his deal.
Right, but everyone assumes that he's going to go to the Knicks during the offseason. That's it.
Well, he can't go this offseason. He's got another year.
Right, but
They
think
can
he's gonna
trade him
him.
there,
Yeah,
yes.
Well,
that's
when
where
they
he
got
wants
him,
to
though,
go.
when they got him, man, I'm telling you, the city was like they had billboards all over the city,
Donovan
like
Mitchell.
welcome Donovan Mitchell. You know, like they were so excited about this guy. And frankly, honestly, in the last year and a half, he's become virtually invisible.
Well, but he's still great.
I'm not saying he's not.
What are you talking about?
No, hold on. Invisible as in like you pay attention because you follow Cleveland.
Right. Basketball diehards pay attention, but the casuals don't know him
Hey,
anymore.
you think he's less visible than when he played for the Jazz?
Well, they were deep in the playoffs there.
My answer is yes, I do.
Really?
Yes, I
Okay.
do. Yes,
All
I
right.
do. That's
Yeah.
correct.
They went deeper in the playoffs than he's been in Cleveland.
He's good on Prize Picks, Beto?
Oh, absolutely. He's been crushing on the PRA. Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
No, but that was the story McMenamin wrote this morning about how it would be a Lakers off-season desire.
Right,
Trae Young
because
also.
because here's the thing, like a lot of people are going to desire Donovan Mitchell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just going to be the Lakers in
the
that
Lakers
scenario.
would have all the picks they could trade.
Well, they unlock another pick.
Yeah.
But that still would only mean two, and I would
It's
imagine
gonna get expensive.
that Donovan Mitchell's going to be going for more than 2 first-round
Oh, yeah.
picks. If based on what I assume.
That was a good story about McMenamin.
Don't the Lakers not have a lot of early picks, like first-round picks?
They have one right now they can trade in 29, but next year they unlock another one in 31, but it's still only 2, and I don't think that's
That's
enough.
a long time away.
Well, but those in theory are very valuable because that means it's a long way away from when LeBron was here and Anthony Davis is here.
I gotcha. Okay.
By the way, I got Anthony Davis and Paul George tonight to combine for 52.5. What do you think about that, Beto?
I'll do it with you.
Yeah.
I need a promo code so I get some more money.
By the way,
Okay.
speaking of LeBron,
Yeah.
him and Steph Curry have been added to the player pool for the Olympics. Now, the World Championships was a rough go. And LeBron, remember, he was the guy saying, let's go out there and let's go to France and let's win the gold. So he's put his money where his mouth is, basically, at this point, and Steph Curry has done the same.
Well, I think it's just an opinion. I haven't talked to the king about it. I'll check in with him. I mean, maybe later tonight.
Yeah.
But seriously, the reason these guys want to go is, first of all, you're LeBron, you're 39 years old, and you're still playing top level.
But this is his last Olympics.
Right.
Yeah.
But this last Olympics is in a really cool place.
Yeah, it's in France.
This is not going to Beijing.
Right.
This is going to Paris.
And Beijing is a cool place, too, I'm sure.
I don't know. I've not been. But
Right.
it doesn't seem like the kind of sexy place that if the Olympics this year were in Beijing, LeBron would be like, I
You
got to
just
go.
think that you think LeBron and Steph Curry want to wear berets.
I think I think they want to visit the Eiffel Tower
and eat baguettes.
I think they want to visit the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
I think they want to take pictures. I think they want to take their families
Drink
on vacation.
some good wine.
There you go, wine. So I
You
think
think he's going to do that anyway? Yeah.
No, I just think that Paris. There's
Well,
an
and
appeal.
LeBron last year was there at the Le Mans race, right?
Yeah.
Like last year in the south of
that's
France.
like the new place to go now, I guess. They're like for the
I'm
off
going.
season.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's right. You are going.
I will be there. I'll be in Europe that time of year.
Yeah.
I
Mark
just don't.
my
I haven't
words.
made the decision. I just haven't found tickets for any of. It's just crazy
Plus,
expensive.
we don't know the schedule wise.
George will end up working. I guarantee it.
No, absolutely
Nice.
You are.
I need the
Yeah,
Olympics
Nice is great.
thing. It gets me going. The Olympics thing.
You want the Olympics thing?
I want the Olympics. I was talking about it in a meeting today. I'm going to be humming that thing for 2 months.
You are, huh?
Yeah.
I love the summer games.
Yeah. Have you ever worked them?
I have not.
Yeah, me
One
either.
of the only things I've never worked.
I almost had a chance. I was like, nah.
You do the Indy 500?
No, not an Indy 500. I've been to a Daytona 500.
No, you said you didn't work it though.
Well, but I covered a Daytona 500.
Oh yeah, cool,
Yeah.
nice.
I really feel like you're going to end up working in some capacity, George. Like you're
Well,
going to
they,
get sucked
I don't know
into
if you
it.
realize they're on another network. So I mean that
I know, but
creates a
still,
level of challenges there.
When you have a contract, you can't go. You can't borrow.
The family of NBC networks.
Yeah.
And the summer games.
Rogan, baby.
God, I love it. I think you and I should should do the 22-inch glizzy, except with a 22-inch baguette.
There you go.
It's not a bad call.
For
Can
France.
Can we
Yeah.
put a little,
Yeah.
little like ham and cheese on that?
No,
thing, or what?
maybe.
It's a straight baguette.
Just a straight baguette.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
Yeah, and at
it's,
the end we go wee wee.
It's efficient and it may be
I
even
think we
more
go poo-poo.
maybe even more affordable in that scenario. Speaking of efficient and affordable, your handy neighbors at Next Gen Air and Plumbing are back, baby, with 2 new ways to make home comfort and safety easy and affordable. They've launched the Next Gen Rebate Hotline to help you pay as little as possible on a new furnace, AC systems, water heaters, and more. Their rebate experts are standing by to help you find every local, state, and federal rebate possible so you can save every penny you can. Who doesn't like that? Call the Next Gen Rebate Hotline now at 833-3-NEXT-GEN. Plus, for a limited time, they're offering 0 payments for 90 days on approved credit. That's right, no payments for 90 days on an AC, furnace system, water heaters, whole home water filtration systems, and indoor air quality systems. Ask how you can qualify for 0 payments for 90 days when you call the Next Gen Rebate Hotline at 833-3-NEXT-GEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN.
Hey, John Ireland here, and I'm at my local Ralph's in front of the BBGO display, and here's why. The Lakers and Ralph's are doing a sweepstakes, and you could win courtside seats to a Laker game. The question I get more than anything else is, how do I get in those courtside seats? This is how. You come to a local Ralph's, you spend at least $10 on BBGO. Then you take your receipt and you send it to this web address, Lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. That's Lakers.com/BBGO sweeps. It's the contest runs from now through February 6th. So all you gotta do is go to Ralph's, get some BBGO, and send in that receipt. Well, as long as I'm here. You can never have enough BBGO.
BBGO, the official game day snack of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app. And bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
What is this?
Olivia Rodrigo.
Driver's license?
Yeah.
What happened here? What is he doing?
This is the kind of song I want to hug you, Beto.
It's like, what are you
No,
doing?
let the man hug you. Why not?
On this day in 2021,
Let him hug you.
No evidence.
the number one hit, driver's license. Olivia Rodrigo.
She was at the Lakers game the other day. Yeah.
Ay, Dios mío.
Ew.
I've never kissed a wool cap
You
like
smell
that.
good. You're delicious.
Oh, dude, you have to
Thank
see.
you.
He was spraying cologne all over himself
good,
earlier.
man.
Well, because I like to make sure that when we have guests and visitors, it's been a long day. I want to make sure you can pop
This
it.
looks good.
You
I
want
like
to have
the
a little
sweater.
body odor?
I don't have body odor.
You don't want to have like a musk smell?
I don't have body odor, but
What'd you spray on yourself?
It's just my cologne.
Let me take a look at that. Let me see that cologne. It looked like Banaka.
In the interim, what you need to know is coming up here. Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are.
Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. Well, we were talking
Mont
about
Blanc.
WWE
Nice.
earlier. Made some announcements today, and among those is that their parent company, TKO Group Holdings, announced that The Rock.
I think we broke the
Made a deal
cologne.
for The Rock?
Oh, wait.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I
No,
got
just
it this
kidding.
time, Cap.
Go ahead.
So The Rock now has a seat at the table, pun intended, after being appointed to the board of directors for the parent company. They announced the move today, along with an agreement. This is crazy, that grants The Rock full ownership of his trademark name, The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
He would not discuss the financial value of the deal, but he said that the name The Rock obviously means a lot to him personally.
Yeah.
So now he's on their board. He's got full ownership of The Rock. That means like IP, merchandising, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Dwayne Johnson this morning on CNBC.
Yeah.
And he
Talking
was-
about the UFL.
No, he was actually talking about this deal. And he was on with, I believe it was Ari Emanuel.
Correct.
The guy who, Ari
The
Gold
WME,
from yes. And
Yeah.
so he was saying that Ari himself
Yeah.
put this deal together so that Dwayne Johnson, who he said, he goes, when I was The Rock, that was like me being me. He's like, so for me now to get the name and have all the intellectual property that goes with it, it was like a big gift. I got to tell you something. Dwayne Johnson's
That's
such
like
an
$1
amazing
billion.
guy. Yeah, such an amazing guy to have become as big a star in wrestling, to become as big a star in movies, and to now be doing as much as he's doing with business. I mean, I just have so much admiration for the guy. I really do. And
Would you hug him if you saw him?
Oh, dude, whether he was wearing Chris's cologne or he smelled like
Bring
what.
it in?
In a big way.
Yeah.
I'd hug him and never let him go.
Hey, let me tell you something,
For real.
Lindsay. If he saw you open that bottle with your teeth, I think he'd be pretty turned on.
I mean, listen, the Big Show was super into Lindsay, and she hadn't even opened the bottle with her
That's
teeth.
true. That is very true.
He was
That
in
is
here.
That is a whole new level of like tools in your toolbox.
What can I say?
I'm just
AG
saying,
veteran.
be careful with the teeth, though. I mean, if one of those
Oh, I
things
know, I
pops,
know.
you're in trouble.
Hey,
Bam!
Dwayne Johnson, I know you're listening, and the reason I know you're listening is because everybody's listening.
Yeah.
My man, congratulations. For real. And what you're doing right now with spring football.
And by the way, he was also inducted into the Polynesian Football Hall of Fame.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So
recently,
another-
this past weekend.
More
donates a lot
muzzle
of money
tone.
He
to
was
that.
at the Polynesian Bowl. They
Yeah,
played
Hawaii,
the game.
He donates a lot of money to that.
But to do what he's doing with the combination of the XFL and the USFL, becoming the UFL, for a guy who wanted to play in the NFL who just wasn't quite good enough, to give these guys another shot, I have so much admiration for what he does, man. I love the guy.
Cappy, you want to do some UFL games?
I would love to.
Okay.
You know, he's
Are you
like,
doing UFL games?
Maybe.
All right.
you should. You guys would both be good at it. You do the sidelines, Cappy.
I would like to actually be up in the booth. And
Okay.
here's my thought. I don't really feel like I want to be an analyst. I feel like I want to be the third guy in a booth who's more of a commentator opinionist, less of an analyst. You understand what I'm
Well,
saying?
most days you're the third guy on this show.
Man.
No, only on Tuesdays.
No, Tuesdays or any day
Sorry,
Lindsay's
like-
here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What days are Lindsay here? Or what
Why are
days
you
is she not here?
Why are you stuttering? Why are you stuttering?
Why am I stuttering?
Why are you stuttering?
Why are you so
All right, that is
mid-market?
what you need to know. Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are.
And by the way, your cologne just gave me a headache.
Beto, did you hear?
Yeah, your content gives me a
Hi,
headache.
George. Good show.
Did you hear? Did you hear Cappy sweating bullets about this Jim Harbaugh news that he is
No.
within striking distance
Oh, you haven't
of
heard
being
about
the
this?
Chargers
no,
head coach?
I was driving in. I was on the phone call. So, wait, what happened? Harbaugh got hired?
It's close.
Oh.
And one of Cappy's insider friends told him it was
Inevitable.
So good.
And then Van Pelt goes to the Chargers too?
No.
Raiders.
Van Pelt goes to the Raiders, and it saves me, and I instantly become like a hardcore season ticket holding Raider fan.
Cappy,
not season ticket
You're
paying.
going to be talking Chargers on this station.
I don't know about that.
Oh no! If Harbaugh's here, we're talking
if
Chargers.
Harbaugh's good, and they're every single week.
What if they're bad?
Even better.
They're not even better, but they're not going to be bad.
If they're bad, because in every single week you have content. I told you guys, it's the Chargers stink.
What a big giant waste of $20 million. He can't coach. Nobody can coach this team. Right.
They're
Ownership.
cursed.
Right. He'll always be terrible. He went from being great in San Francisco, national champion in Michigan. I told you not to come work for these fools.
And then what happens if they get to like deep in the playoffs next
It
year?
would just be so horrible.
Yeah.
Just be so
You just
horrible.
move the goalposts every week. Like if like maybe they don't make the Super Bowl, right away, but you're like, see, he didn't make the Super Bowl.
I'll tell you this.
That's so good.
I'll tell you this right now. If Harbaugh becomes the coach of the Chargers, and like I said, this close friend of mine, who is a close friend of Jim's, told me it is inevitable. If that happens,
Let's go.
I take my Rams fanhood to the next level.
Oh, yeah.
I become the biggest Rams homer ever. And
Calm down, Mason.
Yeah, Mason and Travis.
Oh, no,
Yeah, the
no,
Rams.
I'm taking it way over the top. I'm going
No,
way
you
beyond
gotta
those
go
guys.
all in Raiders.
Oh, I will go all in
Just
Raiders.
stick with the Raiders.
But what if
You
my
can't
boy
go
doesn't
all
get
in
the
Raiders
job?
and be Rams guy either.
What if my guy doesn't get the job with the Raiders?
It doesn't matter. Go all in
See,
Raiders no matter what.
I'm more Rams guy, and I have fun with the Raider fans. Like you need to do the opposite.
You
there.
got to go and embrace the Raiders.
Yeah.
You're wearing silver and black right now.
I
You
Well,
can
I'm-
respect the Rams, but be Raider guy.
I was
JT,
wearing.
the break told you to go to Vegas.
I was wearing all black today because I'm trying to speak this into existence. I'm trying to get my guy to become the offensive coordinator of the Raiders so that I can be a huge Raider fan and watch my Raiders beat up on Harbaugh.
Raider Nation
Chargers.
would welcome you with open arms.
I don't know.
You don't know?
What? You don't think so?
He's a little too rich.
What do you
for them.
mean, rich? What are you talking about? They're into representation. They needed a Hebrew brother. They do. Beto.
My contract's not long enough.
Beto.
Come on, Beto.
I hope Harbaugh gets hired.
Necesito un
By the
hermano
way,
y break.
Is Pete Carroll just going to stay as a consultant with Seattle? Is that what's going to happen here?
You know what? It was really interesting earlier today that all this Harbaugh talk, there was a report on Pro Football Talk that Pete Carroll was actually making an appeal to the Chargers because for all these jobs, Belichick you hear about in Atlanta and all these assistant coaches that are, trying
Getting
to
interviews,
right,
yeah.
The one guy whose name has not been involved at all is Pete Carroll, and it's either because A, people think I don't need a 72-year-old coach,
That's
or B, it's like, no, he's got a gig, he's staying with the Seahawks, he's going to consult and work for those guys. But his name has not been anywhere in any coaching
It's
talk
crazy.
of any kind.
If you look at the other coaches available, Pete would be the fourth one, right?
Yeah.
Well, you would have Harbaugh,
Yes.
Belichick,
He's
Vrabel.
probably third.
Vrabel. You think Vrabel ahead of
Vrabel,
Pete?
a young coach like that?
Yeah, I mean, he's at best third.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tied
but,
for third.
But it just, it's amazing to me that no one seems to have interest in Pete. And by the way, the fact that Belichick still is not picked up, and everything seems to be indicating Atlanta because he's had 2 interviews. Either Atlanta is waiting on Harbaugh's decision,
Yeah.
because they've had 2 interviews.
First domino.
But man, right now the league with so many young guys, who wants a 72-year-old coach?
Yeah, I think not Seattle. Philly screwed up by keeping Sirianni. I think that if they opened that job, everybody would want that job.
Because of their quarterback or because of their roster?
Just their roster
Or
is
because-
stacked. Their roster is
Obviously,
stacked,
something
dude.
happened internally. It wasn't a talent issue. The
Yeah,
talent didn't change during the
their-
season.
their roster
It was
is stacked.
It was an internal issue.
They
Something
fell apart at the end.
right, DeAndre?
What do you think, Stevie?
Nah, I think they did a good job of keeping Sirianni.
You do?
I do. Only
Aren't
reason
you
why.
tired of what happened this year? The
I-
Bucks beat you on Monday night, a wild card Monday night.
I hear you, but I think it was more on the offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators. I mean,
Right, but the problem is he lost the good ones.
He did lose the good ones, but his sole reason why he was hired on as a head coach anyway is because he relied on his offensive and defensive coordinators as a head coach. And I don't know how they would do as far as going forward with them, but I'll give him one more chance because he took him to the Super Bowl last year and then obviously going a 10-1 start. Something happened obviously internally in the locker room, but I feel like the Eagles will figure it out. When
Give
they
him
bring
one more try like Timmy T.
I was just going to say the same thing. You beat me to it. Damn it.
That's why we're besties. We think alike.
He didn't. They would never know what the hell we were talking about. They're too young.
You know Timmy T?
I don't know who that
No
You don't
chance.
know who Timmy T is?
No.
Come
He
on,
wasn't
dog.
even born when
Come
Timmy
on,
T was.
dog.
I don't know who that
Timmy
is.
T had the #1 song in America, and DeAndre wasn't even a thought yet.
Come on, DeAndre. Come on.
You know, come
the
on.
history, you know?
Yeah.
Kev, how
Sorry,
do you
man.
feel when you say something to DeAndre? He has no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, it's every day, dude.
Yeah.
There's a
And we got younger, too, with
Yeah,
DeAndre. He's
right.
25.
Right.
And he's a young, hip guy.
Dude, I could be this guy's
Well, he's
father.
young. I don't know about hip.
Yeah, I don't know about
some of the
hip
hip.
either.
he's super
Sometimes
hip.
a lot of the stuff that comes out of his mouth, like not knowing certain
Because
things, I
you
don't know
guys
if
don't
he's hip.
speak young.
He's young.
No, sometimes I have to tell him about cool words that he doesn't know
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
Okay, let's slow down.
No,
I don't know.
for
Come
real.
on now. I've been
For
putting
real,
you on
dog.
game,
Come on,
man.
come
Come
on,
on
dog.
now.
You don't
Dog
need to.
is not his
You don't need
either.
to front.
No,
You don't need to front.
Come on,
Come
don't
on,
be
man. I'll be
funny.
teaching Cappy everything.
No, like
hold
the
on,
other
hold
day.
on. Hold on. Let's start off with this. I had a group chat. I created a group chat, and I kept you with the word of the day. So I was putting you on game, man.
That's true. You did teach me G Phaso.
Yeah.
That's true.
I taught you a lot of
That's
things.
true.
So
Okay,
bad.
But the other day, I was talking about this junt, and he's like, "Don't you mean a joint?" And I'm like, "No, a joint is something that you drop, like a record, an album. But a junt is something else. A junt's just like a word you use, like, yo, what's up with that junt?" And I had to teach this young fella this.
I'm sorry. None of us say that. We don't say junk.
Who told you that? Like, who taught you that, Cappy?
I had to teach this young
Now
fella.
you got
I
Greg
think
saying it too. You got corporate
Nick,
Greg
did
saying
Nick the
it now,
Stick
too.
teach you that?
Nick the Stick did not teach me that, although you did comment the other day.
I saw Nick the Stick for the first time.
Yes, I put a picture of Nick the Stick.
Whoa, you're putting.
What happened to the song?
Wait, you're putting a picture.
I
of your
potted it down because
kid's
I don't think it
boyfriend
was
on
the
your
right
Instagram?
one.
With-
It
with-
was.
Not
It
the
sounded
right-
like something else.
It
They were
said
like
one
going to
more
like
try.
prom or
They were
something.
going to formal, you know
Oh.
what I mean?
Cut that fool out.
Oh, I should have cut him out?
Yes.
Oh, I cut the fool out?
Yes, or just put a picture of her by herself.
Cappy, you should have put
Don't ever
like the
give that kid
smiley
any kind of
face over
credit.
his head.
Well, I didn't want to. I didn't like identify him as Nick the Stick, but then George busted me.
Well,
Yeah.
No, don't ever give the
Surprised
kid
you
credit.
didn't insult the guy for not wearing a belt.
I didn't notice.
Oh, I did.
Well, he's young. That's what young kids do.
It's not a good look.
Yeah.
It
We
doesn't
have an
matter.
MC that doesn't
We
wear
are
belts.
Old. We are
Yeah,
old.
when you tuck in a shirt and you don't wear a belt, it's a bad idea.
Actually, no, that's in style right now.
no,
It's
not
inside
in
if you got the
style.
look.
If you're skinny, yeah.
But
Yeah, if
Okay,
you're
I
skinny.
can't wear that.
Yeah,
Nick
yeah,
the
yeah.
Stick can.
He's
Yeah,
skinny.
he
He's
can.
very
But
skinny.
you got to
Hence
have the
Nick the Stick.
pants tailored so perfectly.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
former athletes can do it, but
Yeah.
you know.
I see a lot
do
of
that.
people
No.
who don't wear belts walking
hey,
around
stay young,
downtown
bro.
LA.
Thank
They
you,
need
Yeah,
them.
stay young, Dan.
I got you.
All right,
You're
guys.
gonna get old, DeAndre. Just so you know.
Coming up next, dealer's choice, Cappy. Before we hand it off to
Oh,
Slee
really?
and the Lakers and John and Michael and all that. But first, if you've been injured in an auto accident, you got to call my guy Jacob immediately. My Jacob as well. 844-24-JACOB. Listen, he wants you and everyone out there to think about your long-term health. What does that mean exactly? Well, Jacob gets calls every day from people who a year or two ago were in an accident, but they never went to see the doctor. Then 6 months later, or even more potentially, they're feeling intense pain, all right, maybe in their back. And they think it was from the accident. However, because they never went to see a doctor and didn't get it documented, it's nearly impossible to prove. So now a person like that has to pay out of pocket, go see a doctor, get diagnosed and treated. Instead of all that, you get hurt in an accident, you don't wait, you call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. Jacob and his team will schedule the doctor's appointment for you so you're immediately receiving the care you need while not paying a penny out of pocket. Health is everything. So if you're injured, don't wait. Call Jacob, 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Guys, a lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. You call Jacob, he'll win for you. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB. Or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Coming
There we go. 519 at the Southland.
Timmy T.
On a live imaging Tuesday with Sedano Kap. DeAndre, you don't know Timmy T, man?
I don't know.
Guess what? When that girlfriend of 5 months is on your phone and she decides to, maybe end things for a while, you're going to be dedicating this song to her.
No,
Let's just
One more try.
This century.
Why don't you make this your wedding song since you're marrying your girlfriend of 5 months?
I probably should. Not gonna lie to you, I should.
Hey man, DeAndre's a good dude. I took him drinking the other night.
You did?
He's a good dude.
How do you do drinking? You keep up with you pretty good?
No, we weren't like getting all drink. I bought drinks for the staff the other night.
Okay, where was this at?
Downstairs at Yard House.
Okay, got
so
it.
after the game, and DeAndre, who were the other kids?
Parker.
You never buy me a drink.
Because you're never here that late.
That's true.
Yeah,
Just played golf the other day. You didn't buy me a drink.
No, you paid because you're rich, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go with Chris anywhere. But he's a good dude, man. Leave him alone.
What do you mean leave him alone? He's a
he
great
is
dude.
scared of you.
He's not
Who,
scared
Tiana?
of me.
Yes, he is. He's scared.
He's not scared of me.
I don't know about that
scared
one.
of
No,
me.
I was like, wait, let's back that up.
He's so scared of making a mistake with. Oh, I'm sorry, with George. With
Yeah,
George,
he's
that's
scared.
it.
He's scared.
because
Why
he
are you
knows
scared of me?
Because your level of professionalism is up here. Yeah.
He's scared.
So it's like when you're.
You don't need to be scared, DeAndre. Just not of me by any stretch of the imagination.
Scared, say scared. That's all I'm saying.
You don't need to be scared.
I mean,
DeAndre's a good dude, man.
Yeah, he ain't afraid of me.
We talked about this show and how much fun he's having and how much he needs to learn and how he.
Oh, he
how
needs
hard-
to still learn a lot, yeah.
Well, it's not just
He's a young pup.
You guys threw him.
He's wet behind the ears
No,
still.
I didn't. I trained him for a month. I
As
didn't throw
Stephen
him
A.
anywhere.
would say, he's still drinking Similac.
He didn't even go to summer league, and you got him in the big league already, man. Let this guy go. He's a lottery pick. He's a lottery pick. That's what he is. Do not trade him too soon. I'm telling you.
Really, what's going to happen?
This kid's gonna blow up. He's good.
What are we going to trade him for?
Don't trade him like Tyrese Halliburton was traded from Sacramento.
Hey,
Just say that this kid,
your guys.
He knows the responsibility of working on your show, and he's honored that he works on.
There
your
you
show.
go.
Well, let me tell you something. I told this young
appreciate
fella.
him.
I do. I told this
No,
young
you know,
fella.
you call him all kinds of names.
I
behind
called
his
him
back.
Stevie. Because I thought that was funny because of the whole, box braid thing. I called him crisscross. I'll make you jump. The Daddy Mac will make you jump. Because I thought it was cute.
From the 90s? He doesn't know that.
I know he didn't know that. But look how cute he is.
I
with
know
those box
crisscrosses.
braids.
I know they are.
You don't call another grown man cute, bro.
What, dude,
Why?
he's a kid. He's 25 years
No,
old,
the way
this
you
kid.
said, look how cute he is.
Look how cute he is.
Cute
I
kid.
tell George he's
That's
cute
the
all
same
the
thing you tell
time.
little Cappy. Look how cute he
I
is.
tell George he's cute. Look how adorable he is.
Yeah. And what does George say? Okay, radio center time.
You notice how George and I, and you may notice this now, Beto. You notice how George and I have the exact same color hair.
Yes, we do. Yes. Yours all of a sudden got a little darker recently.
Why are you doing that?
What?
Don't do that.
What? Coloring my hair?
Don't
Oh,
color
you're
it.
dyeing your hair?
Of course.
He's always dyed his hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real?
But he's been very open about that always.
Yeah.
Oh,
But sometimes it's not this dark. Sometimes he'll show up and it's like red.
like his eyes?
Like when it grows out.
Yeah.
When it grows out a little bit, it turns a little rusty.
You're doing a Mason then.
Turns a little rusty.
I say this with a lot of. With
Don't
all,
compare me.
No, when Mason used to dye his
Don't
hair,
compare
that was bad.
Don't compare Cappy to that hack.
Oh, hey.
On that note, it's time for dealer's choice.
Hey.
What do you
I
got,
in a
Cappy?
big fight today.
What about?
Nonsense. Hack.
Whoa. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, I would like
Cappy.
to make mention today of something that is not really on my radar. Okay? Call my man a hack.
Your man?
Can you just go?
Well, what are you trying to avoid him telling?
I'm just
the-
saying
the-
I don't want to be dragged into this. I don't want to get the
go.
text that says you lost a friend. I don't want any of that. Just do dealer's choice,
He
please.
lost a friend. This guy lost a friend.
he-
You know what?
I'm here for
you.
you,
know why?
amigo.
Because he's
Let's
a
go.
bad guy.
Let's go to the
That's
hot.
why.
Yeah, maybe.
Happy Chinooka. I have no idea what Chinooka
Go,
is.
Cappy.
He
Well,
just
happy
wants to lighten the
Chinooka to you.
mood, you know?
Thank you, Linz.
So, guys, listen, I need to just talk about something very briefly that is not on my radar
Never
in any
briefly.
way.
Okay.
Okay. And that is the Oscar nominees for Best Picture.
Oh, that just came out, yeah.
Okay.
Now, it's 10 pictures now, right? They've been
Correct.
doing that for like several years now.
You're not going to talk about all 10, are you?
No, but I am
Okay.
going to do this. I'm
The
going to
ones you don't know?
I'm going to go around the room. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I'm going to name the
This
picture.
is such a 2005 sports radio bit, but go ahead.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard
He's
this
calling
on
you.
Travis Asleep
Not
this
only is he
morning.
calling you small market, he's calling you old.
Let me
Travis
just say
Asleep
What
did it.
movies do you
Mason
guys
and
have?
Ireland did it.
Have you heard of these movies? I remember the old days when
Oh,
it was
Billy Crystal should be hosting every
when it was
year.
Indiana Jones and Jaws.
Oh, the in memoriam, or what is it called?
Go ahead, Cappy.
I will just say this.
Hey, I watched
Hey, it
Reacher
is
last
dealer's
night.
choice.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
but
I
out.
watched Reacher last night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Which one?
The first 2 episodes. Now I know why you like it.
You like it?
Because
You
that
like-
dude is buff as can be.
Hell
man.
yeah.
Yeah, he likes
That's
looking
a
at buff.
sexy looking dude.
He
Yeah,
likes looking at buff
He is
boys.
sexy looking.
Yeah.
He's a sexy looking guy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now I know why you're watching.
He's
Continue,
hot.
continue
you wish you
Dealer's choice.
He's hot.
Oh, you really have
You hack.
I have a quick question for. Wait, now, so now I'm a hack too.
Yeah.
So me and Mason are
Can you
hacks.
just go?
You just lost a friend.
You're still gonna mount me tonight, though.
Oh, well, of course. I mean, that I'm going to do for sure. Has anybody seen any of these movies? Because I, for one,
Go ahead.
have not seen any of them.
Can you name them already?
We couldn't
Yeah.
see that bit coming a mile away.
Big facts of the day.
Are you on tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
You
This
trying
is,
to do
why,
this?
this is why Sedano says the show's better without you. This
I
is
know.
why he says it.
Go ahead.
Have you seen American Fiction?
I've not.
Have you seen Anatomy of a Fall?
No.
Have you seen?
But I've heard of it.
Have you seen Barbie?
I have not, but clearly I've heard of that.
The Holdover.
I haven't been to the movies at all this year.
All right, Killers of the Flower Moon.
No, but I want to see that with Leo.
That's a really good movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
Maestro.
No, I haven't heard of it.
Oppenheimer.
I've clearly heard of that.
Have you seen it?
No. I haven't
Okay.
seen it. I just
He
told
just
you I
said
haven't
he
gone
hasn't
to a
gone to
movie
the
all
movies this
year.
year.
It doesn't mean you haven't seen it. These are on Netflix already.
I haven't seen anything. I don't even get around to movies until like the summer.
Past Lives.
There's only one of these so far.
In
that's
my
on
day,
Netflix.
the movies were like Caddyshack, and we knew them.
All right, no, go.
Poor Things.
So I know half of them so far.
That should
yeah.
be you. Poor Thing. You're such a poor thing.
Yeah.
I will kill
All
you.
right, so I
You're
haven't
such a
seen any
poor
of them, but I know half of them.
The Zone of Interest.
No, haven't heard of that.
Have
I don't
you
mind
seen-
the Zone of interest, though.
Have you seen any of these movies?
I'm
I
just like
have
the
not.
zone of
This is
disinterest
like
at the
the
moment.
Coachella band, not Coachella band.
Have you
Oscar
seen
movie? Not Oscar
Have
movie.
you seen any
no,
of these
I don't
movies?
watch movies.
Me
you know
neither.
that.
Not one.
No.
Not one.
I would
watch
watch.
Reacher.
Look, I would clearly
Me too.
watch Barbie, Oppenheimer, Killers of a Flower Moon. There's a number of them I would watch for
Okay.
sure.
Well, all I want to say is this: good luck.
Did Hacksaw help you write this bit?
He did.
Okay.
He did.
Rancho Penasquitas, hello.
I'm looking for an Oscar skull.
You owe me money, Southern California.
And you want to go do Radio Row with this stuff?
No, this is perfect for Radio Row.
Yeah,
actually.
I'll go do Radio Row. I'll go do Radio Row.
Yeah.
Congratulations to all the nominees.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, guys like me never see any of these kinds of movies. So
You
good
had a
luck.
chance for Dealer's Choice of good stuff.
Yeah, what would you have done? What's on your mind?
Just my shout out to my boy Rashawn Haylock the other day. He got interviewed by. He's got a job with Bally's now, and he's the Clippers silent reporter. He's
Okay.
filling in.
Yeah.
But he interviewed Russell Westbrook.
What's the name of the kid that does the radio for the Clippers?
Carlo Jimenez.
Yeah, that kid's good.
Carlo Jimenez,
I like
23
him.
years old out of USC.
Out of USC, good.
I introduced
He's
myself
good.
to him,
He's got.
Beto,
He's
the
gonna
other day.
get better, but he's really
Yeah.
really good for 23. He's incredibly
he
impressive.
replaced that old man Noah Eagle.
That old man Noah Eagle. Yeah, that old timer. He's on
so you saw
AARP.
that, Russ Westbrook got interviewed by Rashawn on the walk-off, and he's like, "Hey, man, good, congrats to you." And they knew each other
Hey,
from high school.
Sliwa. Now, did you did you listen to the Saw growing up? Was that your guy? Is he there?
George, I missed it.
I said, did you listen to Hacksaw growing up? Was that your guy?
Hacksaw, his best 15 minutes, I would listen to that, but that was pretty much it after that. I didn't really listen too much to him.
Wow.
That's what everybody
and
listens
by
to.
the way, nothing against Hacksaw. Just Cantera I used to listen to a lot growing up.
That's just
What about Cappy? Did you listen to Cappy a lot growing up?
No, he hated
Scott-
Cappy.
No. Scott and BR absolutely would listen to them. Of course would listen to them.
But for BR, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Tell you what, I had a lot of people the other day
Billy
at Yamava
Billy
coming up,
back in
and
the
just
day.
there's a lot of old school sports
Yeah.
radio listeners out there that come up and ask, how's he doing? I haven't heard from him, haven't seen him.
The old rascal.
Yep, that's right.
they love UNSD.
Yeah, Slee, what do you got tonight? What's the prediction? Go.
Tough game without LeBron. What is it? Clippers won 5 of 6 since the Lakers beat them last. I think Lakers can keep it close, but you expect them to beat the Clippers without LeBron. I don't expect them to win this one tonight.
All right, Slee, we're all counting on you to bring this one home
Okay,
today,
I'm
okay?
in.
Got to go 3 wins in a row on the Clippers. Slee's got your coverage coming up next. Stick around. Cappy, before we get out of here, you got to talk about your friends at Yamava.
I want to remind everybody that this upcoming Sunday is Championship Sunday. We had such a monster crowd on Sunday for the divisional round games. Well, we're going to be there at Yamava at the 909, the greatest sports bar on the planet. This upcoming Sunday, we will be there for both games. So get there early, reserve your spot. There's 4 incredible restaurants, 32 different craft beers, 150 monitors where you can see the game from everywhere. And as I always say, if that's not enough stimulation for you, there's about 5 billion slot machines and everything else out there on the casino floor. But I'm telling you, this Sunday, for both games, we are in the house at the 909 at Yamava Resort and Casino. We will see you there on